Hello. It is me. I was wondering if after all these years we could meet. And go over everything. Hello, everybody. And all the girls say I'm pretty fly for a white guy. Oh, guys. My lineups are dropping like flies. What's up, what's up, what's up? How we doing, bros? How we doing, bros and hoes? Is Team of the Year today? Sure isn't. Team of the Year come out today? Sure doesn't. That's why we're in the waiting room, not the actual room, you know? Did I sort MFL lineups, etc.? Most of them. I've got another 15 to do. On course to win Prem Div 1 Limited tonight. GG's, Nath. What's that, like $2,500? Pretty good, isn't it? Have you got a good multiplier? A good vault? What position do I play on clubs? And will we ever get clubs content? So I play at striker. Sometimes at cam, but mostly at striker. And will you ever get clubs content? It's something I'm thinking about. It's like high level pro clubs is intense, man. It's not like banterous. It is a little bit sometimes, but the games are hard and the focus is strong. And so it's not like all fun and games and laughing and joking. It's like serious. And so I don't know how well it would translate to viewership. Only 3% vault. Never expected his lineup to win anything. What is your name, Nate? Is it the same as what you've got here?
It's in the game.
Nathan Marv. Is it Nathan Marville? That you, yeah. No, that's not you. A lot of my clubs love that kind of content. I suppose I could just look at the actual Nathan Marv one. Oh, okay, I could just look at the leaderboard, couldn't I? Bam, 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 bam. So who are you winning with? Kelleher, Collins, Era. What's his name? Erdegaburnham, Seshko, and Dorgu. Yeah, that's solid, mate. That is fun. Isn't that fun? That is real nice. I've got 860 packs so far. Delighted with that. Yeah, that's good. I'm nowhere near that. I'm at maybe like 40. You bought Irobungum as a collection piece for Everton. GG's. Yeah, what have I got? Some of them are a bit meh packs as well. 22 small rares, 985 by 2s. Ignore the winter provisions. I need to do a few other bits and bobs to get some more packs, but yeah, looking at lineups, guys, like I've built all my lineups and now loads of games are getting cancelled. Which is, I'm basically going to have to rebuild some of my lineups. Did you get the survey from So Rare regarding DMP solutions? I did not. What did it say? It's actually fascinating that I did not, to be fair. Does BPM work now or no? It should do, mate. Yeah, Pro League and League and Os players should sell for quite good. Yeah, in Bundesliga, we've lost St. Pauli against Leipzig game, so I've got to go and delete that one. Yeah, they're like 800 to 900 right now, Mikey, exactly. Baku is done. Clear that team. Clear this team. Let's put in Atabolu. Diate. Konga. Harold. And Undav. No, let's do Shabo. No game for Leipzig sucks. Yeah, I don't have too many Leipzig players, but I've got enough to the point where, like look at that, man. I'm on streak 4 for the Bundesliga. And I was sat here and I thought, man, maybe I should, like, wait till next week. But also, you know, Bayern have got a really good game. And if Kane and Diaz pop off, I could easily hit 460 points. So, yeah. M. Gibb, thanks for the 40 months, man. Much appreciated, bro. That's a lot of months, bro. Zakian, thanks for the Prime, man. And Gardamon, thanks for the 20 months, man. Oh, no, wait. You've resubscribed for 24 months at Tier 1. But you've been subscribed for 20 months. Wait, did you just subscribe for 2 years in advance? That's insane. I might be dead. But thanks, man. Gunners for the PL title. I hope so, mate. I hope so. When is Team of the Year warm-up? I don't know if we're going to get a Team of the Year warm-up this year because we've got Team 2 of, what are they, of the, Jesus Christ, what are they called? Time Warp players today. Right, Kobel in goal. We'll go with Grimaldo as well. What's up, Michael? How you doing, man? Have a bit of Rocker Reeds. I think I've got Classic Kane. Have indeed. And then we'll either go Mittelstadt or Anton. We'll go Mittelstadt. They should cancel Team 2s in general. Mostly it's dead. Yeah, I agree with you. 10% score bonus placed on all non-DMP cards. Oh, one of 4 options. I'll pace individually. Ability to add additional card when setting lineups. Each DMP replaced with score of 25. 10% score bonus placed on all non-DMP cards. Oh, wait, so if you get a DMP, every other player gets 10% bonus. That's fascinating. Let's do Flecken. Anton. Bit of Fabio. Vieira. Whoa. We'll go for Undav and Leveling as well. I think no, Shabo. We'll go for Shabo. Does a new Evo fit any of the crappers? I haven't looked. We'll be on the crappers today, actually. I can put a 4th team in as well, hilariously. It's just going to be full of trash this time. So I'll put in Trimmel. Farty, Narty, Shart. I'm going to put Goretzka in just in case he does start. We'll go for Leveling. And a bit of Nabel. Rush on the crappers. I don't think I need to. Right, what other? I need to check All-Star. Okay, nothing cancelled there yet. All-Star Rare. Nothing cancelled there. Champion Rare. Nothing cancelled there yet. And Champion Limited. I don't mind about the classic comps if one gets, like, mudded or whatever. Challenger. We're all good still there. And I'm not playing Rare this week. Eredivisie. Probably you're going to have to just delete this whole lineup. But we get until 7 p.m. We'll find out in an hour what's happening with the Eredivisie. And then Bundesliga I've sorted. And La Liga I'm not doing because I'm on streak 4. And this one, I'm on streak 3, but I think this lineup can actually get the points. All right, cool. The play 25 SP is easy with the Gold Cup. I feel like we won't get another Gold Cup when this one is over. Maybe. Maybe. Sounds like they'll try something when MLS comes out. Yeah. I think DMP's like, they like, I know people know that this is my thought process on it, but DMPs are genuinely like crushers for enjoyment. They just kill the enjoyment. I'm sure all teams are happy to play. Just depends on emergency services. Yeah, which makes sense, doesn't it? No. No way. There's no way I've accidentally put my Kai Havertz into an Evo, into an SBC. I haven't. I haven't. I have it set to like non-specials. How? I have all of the like presets on Pale Tools set to 0 specials, and I have Arsenal as a team where they is not allowed to put Arsenal players in it. That is fucked up. What was my Havertz like? He was 84 rated, finesse shot plus. He'd had some really nice upgrades, and I'd just finished giving him like 20 balance. You have them locked on Pale? Yeah, I have them locked on Pale Tools, yeah. Is that possible to not use one team? Well, I have the whole of the Premier League set, and then I don't use the Premier League players at all. And I've also put, as you can see here, I put like skins on every single player, even like base gold cards, just so that they don't, like, even if they did show up, I'd see them. Check quick sell recovery. There was a chance he wasn't putting in SBC. Oh, I wouldn't have quick sold him. Maybe I did accidentally quick sell him, but I don't think so. That is so annoying. Nope. Not in today's. Yeah, I would have noticed yesterday if it was yesterday, because I would have seen it then. That is really fucking annoying. I don't know how I've managed to do that. I've obviously made a mistake somewhere. Yeah, I've obviously made a mistake somewhere. That is savage. Not the end of the world. We could probably create a new Kai Havertz and turn him into an even better version. But really, really, really frustrating. Please look at the silver starts reward. You might vomit. Oh yeah, is there a Havertz in season pass? Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna have to take it. Oh, I will start another Havertz anyway. I don't know why I've got headphones on. Don't need those. Boom, 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 boom. You've seen a few people hit with the ban hammer for using pool. I've never known anyone to be banned for using Pale Tools unless they use the sniping bot or the the purchasing stuff. Just for doing SBCs, I've never ever seen it. So, what do we get then? I'll keep clicking on view objectives. Play 1 for a rare silver players pack. Score 2 for a Germany badge. Score 6 for an 81 by 3. Assist 4 for an 83 by 7. Score 10 for an Italy badge. Play 5 for a Germany anthem. Play 10 for an 83 by 3. Play 20 for an 81 by 10. Play 25 for an 82 by 10. And win 5 for an 84 by 3. With the group reward being an 86 by 5. The group reward's pretty good, to be fair. Yeah, it's not going to be great to play again, is it? Because there's no evos in there. There's not even any skins or anything, badges or nothing. Yeah, allow it. I wouldn't say that they say they allow it, but they've acknowledged it. They know people use it, and they've spoken on how they want to implement things that it does so that people don't have to use it. I think it's widely regarded as kind of like acceptable. I can't believe, oh, for fuck's sake, man, I must have used that Havertz in an SBC somewhere. So dead. So dead. So dead. Right, James is going to go into Fountain of Youth. It only adds a +5 on him, but gives him 50 acceleration and sprint speed. Oh no, wait, it doesn't give him quite that much, does it? It gives him 22 acceleration, 13 sprint speed, 25 agility, 20 balance, relentless, 10 stam, and quick step. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's got room for one more playstyle, which I'll try and get anticipate on him. And then obviously a playstyle plus, which I'll try and get jockey or anticipate plus on him. It genuinely makes him a really, really strong card. If I give him vision as well, to get his vision up as close as I can to the short pass, good. It's good. It's good. It's a shame because I just put the Winter Wildcard skin on him as well, and now that's going to have to change. Let me get rid of some of these players. I was testing something out yesterday, guys, that Josh was talking to me about. Bound, 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 bound. I need to bring back in some players, actually. So I think it's worth to put 87s in a provisions pack. No, I would buy 85s or 86s instead. Who's the other player that I'm evoing? Him. I need to get Socrates or Maradona a different position. I need one of them to become a centre mid or a right mid or a left mid. All right, what evos have I got? What evos have I got? What have we got going on? You can use the lock feature in Power Tools. Yeah, I do. I do. I do. Yeah, why is this guy not showing as a in progress evo? Unless he was already on the bench and I just didn't see him. Right, I can see you. We're going to give this now to the centre back. Peak endurance. So I need to figure out who else I want to give stamina to. We've got World Tour and Winter Wildcard Reds in 3 whatevers. Nothing too crazy here. Right. Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're doing. We're going to give Pele nothing. We're going to give Socrates read and react. Because it's going to give him 10, maybe only 9 reactions and 1 composure. And just further improving this card. It doesn't gain the tiki-taka, but I think Socrates is going to be becoming my my main guy. So that's him upgraded. Nice. We're also going to be giving Jairzinho read and react because he really needs that 10 boost in composure, or 9 boost in composure, and it just levels out his dribbling a little bit more as well. So 2 huge upgrades on the team today, and now Jairzinho is starting to look like an absolute banger of a player. Really, really healthy for a 74 rated, and also is in need of the stamina because he's only on 65. So Pele's on 80 now. So let's work on Jairzinho's stamina. He can have some peak endurance. And then once we've finished some of the other Evos, we'll work on some of the other players. Where is that card? So Nikovsky's going to have to go up front. I need that other... Oh, it's because I had it set to special and he's not special. That's why. Osler's going to go in hilariously over Jairzinho for now. And we're going to go and play some Golden Goal tournament. Why is the companion app so broken? It's never been this bad. I have no idea, mate. Scored 10 with Serie A and played 10 with 3 Germans. What's that for, Union Jack Boy? I think I've already done that, haven't I? Is that new weeklies? Do you think Quickstep is good on us about? Yeah, I do. I think it's decent. I wouldn't use it as like a priority Evo. Oh, sorry, like playstyle. But I don't mind it. Let's just take like Gunter or something. 1, 2, 3 Germans. And then what was it? Score 10 with a Serie A player. Do your players load on the web app if half the players don't? You just have to keep refreshing it, mate. It's really annoying. So do we go for that Dybala again? I reckon we do. He's been, honestly, one of my favourite SBCs of the year, this guy. And I literally only completed him to be able to get Maradona easier. And in hindsight, he's ended up being, like, literally one of my favourite players in the game. That new Evo last night with all the pace. Finally starting the Evo on an Irish League centre-back with all the defensive play styles. Roberto Lopez. Yeah, he's a good one. I'm surprised we don't see him more, actually, with the play styles that he's got. Yeah, there we go. A man after my own heart. What a nice team. Is he letting the goal be scored? I think he is. Oh dear, maybe not. Does he like put his pad down or something? That'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's the same formation, and I'd expect both teams to commit players forward. So the 2 holding midfielders, they're going to be key from a defensive perspective.
I just want to try and get the assist with Becks. Not like David Becks, but Beckenbauer's.
Vital tackle, and he's come away with it.
This guy's going to disconnect before I score a goal. He's probably sitting there going, what kind of idiot am I playing against? Can't even score against a guy who's not playing. It's harder. It's harder, I'm telling you. Where's Beckenbauer? There he is. There we go. Beckenbauer with the assist. Nikovsky with the golasso. Season pass Havertz is so good in game. Yeah, I will start a new Havertz, and I'll have the season pass one as well. But I'm just gutted because I'd worked on Havertz a lot. I had him as a really, really good 84 rated player, and so I'm gutted. I don't know how I've managed to get rid of him. I don't know how I didn't spot it as I did it, but yeah, really annoying. Thacker just signed his new deal. Is that why he's like playing worse now? He knows he's on that big monies. Doesn't need to try hard anymore. Is that right? Let's play. Wow, it's play 7 for this upgrade. It's pretty mad. What's up? Hello, All Gaming. How you doing, man? Yeah, haha, 2031. Well, that'll take him to like 29, right? Where is the read and react Evo? Season pass. 2031. No, that would take him to the age of 29, I think. Not to the... I fully appreciate that the year 2031 isn't the year 2029. Are we happy about the new update? Feels the same, mate, honestly. Feels the same. Would you have as a regular gold card? No, I had a skin on him. And he was locked as well, which means I must have somehow accidentally manually put the put him into an SBC. I just don't know how. Oh, he's offside.
And the lineup for the Nutters looks like this. Manuel Neuer between the posts. Carlos Alberto starts alongside Nico Schlotterbeck in central defence. Sergio Busquets plays alongside Curtis Jones in central midfield. And so many different ways to configure an attack. In this case, it'll be two men up front. And this is the initial 11 for the visitors today. Lev Yashin begins in goal. Carlos Alberto starts with Christian Günther in the fullback positions. And in this tactical setup, they have just the one player.
No, leave it. Just leave it. Oh, Carlos Alberto there.
And that last touch means a throw-in for them.
Nice.
So there might be a threat, but not so in the end. Good defending.
A cracking pass that is.
Nice looking move this.
Oh,
It looked really promising for them.
Yeah, just stopped it in its tracks there.
Good looking move.
that'd be a goal. He should just exclude Evos from SBCs no matter what. No, but then if you want to restart an Evo, you have to put them into an SBC, and then you'll be sitting there saying, oh my god, EA should let us have the ability to restart Evos. I can't believe they don't. Oh, you just discard them? No, it bugs when you discard them. It doesn't register until they leave. You have to wait 7 days after you discard them to be able to do the Evo again, because they're effectively still in your club because they're in the quick sell recovery like pile, so they still exist. But when you put them into an SBC, they disappear completely. I mean, you could still do it in theory by discarding them. You just have to wait 7 days before you actually do the thing again. 1-0 in the game end. Yes, golden goal game mode. I was allowed to Evo right after a discard, didn't have to wait. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe they changed it this year then. I haven't tried it, so yeah, maybe it is changed. Tiny Sai, thanks for the 25 months, man. Hello, Nep. Hope you and the family are doing good and love watching your content and love the new style of draft video yesterday. Kept me entertained and engaged all throughout. Although this game sucks, I struggle with the gameplay all the time. Feel sweaty and Pina and Mbappe in every squad. Yep. I mean, I feel like we've been talking about it more and more every year, about the state of the game and just how monotonous and repetitive it's becoming. But I also feel like we're talking about it more and more ever this year than before. And I agree with you, and I just don't know what else to say, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else to say about this game. It needs, like the truth, the absolute hardcore truth is, it fully needs a revamp. Like, not just a new mode, or not just a cool feature, or not just a small update. It needs a full-blown, brand new, absolute revamp. It needs rebuilding from the ground up so that EA can implement things into it that are actually going to be, like, engaging, enjoyable, grindable. Have you ever played FIFA Mobile? The level of content on the game compared to the console version is incredible. Yeah, like I like FIFA or FC Mobile a lot. Up until about 3 or 4 years ago, I stopped playing it because they started making it heavy pay to win. Not even pay to win, like almost pay to engage. Like you couldn't do some of the things if you didn't spend money. EA literally aren't going to make an F1 26 game to work on a completely new massive F1 27 game. Yeah, which is the right thing to do, I think. Another nice little upgrade on Osler. Another upgrade on Nikovsky. Nikovsky is going to be the weirdest player by the time he's finished, man. Because he's a centre-back with striker. So we're going to be able to, like, convert him into being able to play all positions, apart from the fact he has no defensive playstyles. But all right, one more game for James. Would you be mad if they give exclusive no cosmetic evos to like 11 wins in champs if you couldn't reach 11 wins or like 13 wins or so? Would I be mad? No. It would probably motivate me to try and get better. They take too much money on FC to skip a year like with F1. Yeah, it's true, yeah. Well, like the money that they make on FC 26 will be what will be the thing that is enabling them to skip a year of F1 and like rebuild it, because FC is like bringing in the P's. What's up, Trey the Train? How you doing, man? Holy moly! Baba, what an interesting squad. I bet if they put some like exclusive evos in champs and rivals like divisions and high rated rewards and wins and stuff, I bet you that it would become easier actually to get to those higher ranks because more people would play. Which would therefore mean there's a bigger pool of worse players, which means the top end of players would find it a bit easier to get the top end of wins. Oh, this is going to be a goal, isn't it? To the face. Most of our F1 players make the one transaction for the game. They won't. Yeah, I have a feeling all sports related games will end up with like monetization options. I can't remember if the previous F1s have had monetizations or options or not. That was a throwback quote, mate. A little bit of Tabes. That was a golden era of content creation, man, wasn't it? It was the golden era. What does monetize mean? Make money from things, sell things, have a store, have packs. That sort of thing. All right, Osler. Up again. Nikovsky, finito. You got Power Shot Plus now. James up for that first level. What do I need to do now? I need to play one. Play one with Osler. Play one with Reginho and play 3 with James. I've still got the I Can See You, which will go on to James. And then for rewards, I'm not going to use Relentless Plus because it's garbage. Timeless Talent. I can give Intercept and Anticipate to Baresi. I think that's actually quite... Wait, does Baresi not have Intercept and Anticipate? Oh, he's got Intercept Plus, so he just gains Anticipate. I want to give it to Smolarek. I could give Intercept to Collar. That'd be pretty big. intercept and press proven. Do you know what? That's a mad set of playstyles, isn't it? What do we reckon to that? I know he doesn't get like any like stat upgrades on this one, but I still feel like that could be quite good. Who else have we got? Could give it to Nikovsky. What would he get? 6 slide tackle, 6 defensive awareness, 7 interceptions, 8 stand tackle, 2 heading accuracy, no play styles. Who else have we got? Voller I'm not interested in. Grincha and Eusebio not interested in. Maldini I don't think gains anything. He already has all the playstyles. He already has all the stats. Baggio not interested in. Ayubi not interested in. Ayubi. Zico not interested in. Pullet might be the one. He'll get a +2 overall for 8 stand tackle, 6 defensive awareness. But no play styles. No, that's not worth it, is it at all? It's not a bad upgrade, but just not for a +2. I might just give it to Collar. You know? I just feel like... Oh, we could give it to like a... Yeah, like an Anton Yu. I'll give him a +2. We'll give him intercept. No, he's already got intercept plus. I won't give him jack all. Is team 2 tonight? Yeah, team 2 of... well, I can't remember what they're called is tonight. We've got Coman, Labib. Labib could be quite good. He'll gain press proven. No, see, he just doesn't gain stats again. 14 heading accuracy, that's all he gains. Which means this, for the players that I'm working on here, this is literally going to be for... Well, I could give it to Middleton. Huge upgrade on him, defensively. He's 5'10", it'd make him 4-star, 4-star, and a bit more well-rounded. It'd give him anticipate and intercept with ticky, incisive, press proven. That's not bad, to be fair. That is not bad. And then McKinley, how tall is he? 6'2". Probably going to be best on him then. It will give him stand tackle, defensive awareness, interceptions, sliding tackle, more interceptions, heading accuracy, intercept, and anticipate. Which makes him a really, really good 69 rated card. With some nice playstyles. And because he's big at 6'2", he's exactly who I'd want to put in there. All right, that's who's going to go into this one then. That's McKinley. Worked on for that one. And then we've got, otherwise, nothing in terms of like stuff to do really. You can make a crazy chain with that Evo and the season pass ones combined and silver passer. Yeah, I kind of want to like work on like multiple cards at once rather than one card continuously. If you get me. Yo, Phil, thanks for the 27 months, by the way, man. I appreciate it very much on YouTube there. Right, so we need to get Jairzinho back into the team, you know. Nikovsky can now come off. What's Pele got? All right, we go. You seen the DC glitch thing for EasySP? I haven't. Who's in your team of the season so far? Honestly, bro, there's 0 point trying to predict or project or suggest a team of the season halfway through the season. It's just pointless.
Hello and a warm welcome on what is a glorious night
I did Kane Player of the Month yesterday. My God, is clinical, but the guy who rarely misses. Best strike I've had. Yeah, Kane's a good one. Wait, is this second round or is this final? I can't remember. This is the final, is it? Okay, good. I'm going to let him win then. You can fuck right off, pal. You can fuck right off. That pass backwards was for one thing only, wasn't it? It was trying to give me the win. In before that was only the semi-final. No, he wouldn't have given the win if it was the semis, would he? He was playing properly to try and like suggest that somebody else should play properly because then he could give them the win, like by kind of like being like cheesy. If you win, do entry stop for the day. They do, yeah. Which is, it's just the dumb, another one of those silly things that God knows why EA have it set up like that, but maybe he wasn't because he would have bailed, could have baited it so you quit and he gets to play again. Maybe. But the way he like fired that back to his goalkeeper suggested that that was going to be me locked out. Need your advice. Should I put the new Evo on Kante as I'm running a PMP Evo Chelsea team or wait for another Evo to come out? I can't help with that, mate. You've got to make that decision for yourself. You've got to make that decision for yourself, I'm afraid.
And no question, this ought to be a game that gets pulses racing. How do you see it panning out?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a few nerves today.
That's a banger of a ball, that is.
They just have to give a good account of themselves. Should be a good one.
Well, I need that extra dribbling stats on Jairzinho, man.
Alisson gets the nod in goal. Gabriel plays alongside William Saliba in central defence. Kylian Mbappe plays with Jared Bowen out wide. And the idea is to have just the one striker up there trying to pose problems for the opposition.
Oh, he's actually onside there as well. Mate, look at him go. James with that 88 pace now. Let's go, dude. Right, that's game over. Good job, guys. We've won this one.
Disappointing end to the move. Joshua Zirkzee.
No. Forgot I don't have Socrates in there. Socrates has got the old incisive pass plus.
Kylian Mbappe. And a timely intervention.
Oh my God. Dybala's passing is absolutely atrocious. Oh, as if he's got that through all of there. That's bullshit. I'd rather not play the game at all than lose on purpose. I hate what became of FIFA. It should be a fun game to relax and not a chore. Like, I get what you're saying, Nightfly, but again, it's EA's problem, right? Like, if people didn't get locked out for winning it after winning it, people wouldn't lose on purpose. All right, Osler, Dunzo. That's a pretty decent card for a 75 rated. He's a right back, but right mid. We can convert him into a better right back, but we've got Carlos Alberto, who is pretty good as well, though. All right, we need to put McKenley in. See, no, I don't know what the DC thing is. No. Let's get Carlos Alberto back in. And then let's get the other Evo Donny in. Good old McKenna's. And then let's get Jairzinho a bit more stam. When Arsenal icons get Silver Stars versions, will you prioritise for them for Evos? Yeah, 100%. 100%. Do I want to know the Evo glitch? Yeah, sure. Why not? Not even like they lock you out to make it easier for the ones who haven't won it, because there's no objective where you have to win it, so why not just let you back in? Yes, it's, again, just silly from EA. I don't understand it. Hope people doing it are going to get banned. 3 Germans. Well, I have 3 Germans now. Oh, because I took the collar out, didn't I? Yeah, I think if we can get, like, Campbell... I don't know if Ian Wright will get one. I think Ljungberg will. I think Rosicki will. Henry and Vieira will. Campbell should. Cole should. Bergkamp definitely will. Honestly, watching this series has brought back the greatness for me. It feels like you're watching them grow through their careers and Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. I missed that. Is the gauntlet winning locked out? No. Yeah, Pires, Van Persie, yeah. DC, pick a team you won't use. Log out and in a foot. Go to GG Cup. Press select squad and pick your team. When starting the game, it kicks it out of bounds and it DCs. I've only played a handful of squad battles games on UT and already lost interest in playing. Yeah, squad battles is not fun to play. Did I put my Evos in? I did. Oh, Pele. Bergkamp should be next season. Is he due for... What is it next season? Is it Netherlands and... Oh, I can't even remember the second nation, actually. Spain, is it? Goal, 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 goal. What's up, Paul? How you doing, brother? World Cup 98. Oh, so it'll be France. Who did France play in the final? Brazil. Yeah, was it France, Brazil? Nick, the bounties don't even work at halftime. I'm not Nick. France versus Brazil. So we're getting R9 maybe. Oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Right, one more for him. One more for him. R9 was player of the tournament. Right, peak endurance again for Jairzinho. 98, probably a cheeky Davos UK too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, R9 will be 2002, won't he? Oh, maybe he'll be 98 as well. That does mean we could be seeing Henry, Vieira. I don't know if Pires played in the 98 World Cup or if that was too early for him. Also, they're not giving every single player a card, are they? So... Does anyone know your real name? Yeah. Like, everywhere. There's... Petit? Oh, yeah, Petit as well, yeah. How are you online? It's been over 2 hours showing me EA servers offline. I genuinely think that's probably a you issue then, mate, to be honest. Because we is A-OK right here.
And with the game just moments away now, this really ought to be a superb watch. Tell us about your pre-match thoughts.
Well, it's a huge game for both sides.
What a
It's
tackle.
an opportunity to get into a final. This is where you need your big players to step up. I'm looking forward to this one.
Well, here is the lineup for the hosts today. Manuel Neuer.
This guy using that lone Mbappe in this cup. Disgraceful behaviour.
Vicente Lizarazu in the fullback positions. Ruud Gullit plays with Claudio Marchisio in central midfield. And the main striker today is Kylian Mbappe. Let's have a look at the initial 11 for the visitors. Lev Yashin begins in goal. Christian Günther starts with Carlos Alberto in the fullback positions.
Just been waxing lyrical about this Dybala. And then honestly, in these last 5 games, he's been woeful.
Mbappe.
Poor on the ball. Passing's really poor.
Oh, that's an expert piece of defending.
Yeah, the route was well blocked there.
Jairzinho. And I think we're always going to refer to Pelé as the king. What might we see from him in this match?
Yeah, top scorer for the club, and I'm sure that back line will have been watching videos of him all week, trying to understand how they can curtail his influence. It's going to be a long
Right,
day for them.
I'll get the possession back again. I just got to start shielding against this guy.
And his teammate got him out of trouble.
And that will roll him easily. There we go.
That's a good pass. Is it going to be? Oh, blocked.
I don't know why he's jumped over.
Oh, what a marvellous chance that was.
Just bloody pop the ball in the back of the net. Don't jump.
So much of the goal to aim at, and he's not even hit the target.
He's in behind.
Brady.
Defending of the highest class to stop him. And roaming free here. Could take the lead.
Told you. Just had to roll. Can't believe I haven't scored that. Just had to roll him. I've pressed pass. EA, I've pressed pass there. Fuck off. Sorry, sorry.
Time of asking.
Yeah, he gathers it well at the second attempt, but what a save initially. It's a superb stop.
He couldn't keep possession. But he's certainly not alone. Pele.
Oh, LA, how have you missed that header, you tramp?
Ramirez. Dembele on the ball. Flowing here. And in a perfect position to cut it out.
Yeah, he kept his focus well there, didn't he?
The first half here comes to an end.
Line has to be there if this is a World Cup 98 theme. That Bronze Cup is so exhausting. Yeah, the Bronze Cup's not fun.
And surely there's more to come in this game.
What a horrible, horrible pass choice.
Despite the foul, they keep going. Pele. Can he put them in?
Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. That's what we deserve.
Will want to revisit. Well, he's got to pick himself up now.
Well, here's the replay, and I think any way you look at this, it's going to go down as an own goal. Really unfortunate.
It's a great goal, that is. That's the worst goal I've ever seen. What do you mean? That's a great goal. Look at that. Boom. What a finish. What a finish. Big finito. Right, was that the semis again? Sent me into the finale again. Yeah, it is. Reckon you do Sanchez SBC? Playstyles aren't the best. I don't even know what it is. Of course he has. Of course he has what? Right. McKinley. That's him upgraded. That's not a bad card, old McKinley there. That is James up to a 79. It's actually a really cool card I'll type that one. I'll keep that on him. He gets full chem now as well, no matter what, doesn't he? Jairzinho upgraded. Right, so for evolutions again, we're now going to put James onto the vision. A bit of I can see you for him. Oh, you get 2 goes of Fountain of Youth? Oh, damn. I don't even know if I have another player that I'd want to use it on. James plays for your local team. Does he actually? That's pretty cool. Jairzinho, we're going to get a bit more stam on again. We'll get him up to like, probably like 86, whatever it goes to. LTFU on 300k. It's just really easy to make coins on this game if you don't spend coins on this game. Oh, like I know that sounds like a bit like easy to understand or whatever, but I just other than on Evos, I just don't spend coins. It becomes ridiculously easy to make coins. McKinley can get out of the team now. Hule can come back in. All right, what other Evos have we got then? So the only actual Evo we've got left as a regular Evo is the Fountain of Youth. There's no... I could give it to Scott. But there's no, like, other Arsenal players that I really care for. I don't even think there's any other Arsenal players that we could give it to. James is in there. And then I don't have any more special cards or like current Evos that I've got. So I either give it to Scott or I start on a brand new player. And then for the reward Evos, Relentless Plus, I'm just going to let expire. Nothing else is like quality based. However, we do have lots of claimable rewards right here. I don't know if there's any Evos in this. We've got a draft token. Oh, we've got 3 evolutions. Oh, hell yeah. Moise Keane, Simon, and Mario Götze. So we've got Brute Defense. Oh, that's going to be amazing, isn't it? That's probably going to go on Hullet, I think. We've got... I'll look at them in the Evo thing if they're going to like bug out here. Hold on. My boys are just home from school. I'll be right back. Righty-ho then. Grey Win, thanks for the subscription on YouTube, man. Much appreciated, brother. 24 months. Very much appreciated. Right, let's have a look at these Evos then. Have you opened many bronze packs this year, Nep? I was losing 5k per league SBC because of Portugal cards and Belgium cards, so I did the mixed league SBC. Yeah, I mean, I haven't, but I don't know how you're losing 5k per league SBC. That's it's a bit much. I know they're a bit expensive now, but they haven't been, have they? So we get Brute Defense, repeatable twice. We get Proper Passer, repeatable twice. And we get Grass Cutter, only usable one time. So Grass Cutter, bit of a weird one, Grass Cutter, isn't it? Because I feel like quite a lot of my players are already quite high on shooting. Maybe I give it to... Ooh. Yeah, Jerzinho. Is it a flat upgrade? It's a flat upgrade to a maximum of 88. So I want to give it to somebody who's got 78 shooting. I think Eusebio might be the one here. That's a very healthy upgrade for Eusebio. Man, his card's terrible, isn't it, to be fair? Thing is, am I ever going to use Eusebio for the regular icons? Garincha could be a good one. Jerzinho would get +4 shooting, which would actually be really good for him. Smolarek would get +3. Maradona could be quite fun. How long have we got left? How long are on these Evos? 33 days. I'm tempted to save all of these Evos and give them to next season's players. You know, because if we do get like Henry, Vieira, Ronaldo, being able to give them these upgrades immediately will be so good. I think I'll just hold tight for the time being. You can send Evos on Twitter if you want, mate. We only got one pack out of that. Right, let me go and finish off these Evos. I need to put one more on. So Fountain of Youth is the only one that I can do, but I'm going to save that as well. So all I've got left to do to finish off the Evos outside of... Oh, it's actually just the repeatables now. But let's have a look at objectives then. What other objectives are we working on? So weekly objective, play 10 with 3 Germans, win 10, score 10 with a player from the Serie A, assist 3 goals with through ball passes. I've still got 34 games for Mateus. And then I just need to play 18 more games there. I need to play 4 squad battles and 5 camps rush or rivals. And then I just need to finish off Ultimate Gauntlet 8, which is just scoring in 4. And that's just for the 87x3 and the 88x3. Maybe I'll do Gauntlet now. What I'm going to do is get on the crappers first. Because with 3 hours to go before the content, it'd be nice just to make sure I've got everything up to date on there. How's Hullet looking? I haven't really upgraded my Hullet much, to be fair, mate. I've been doing Pele and Socrates and Jerzinho and Maldini, mostly. Maldini gets a nice boost. Oh, yeah, I could do Maldini on that. Yesterday was depressing. I can't wrap my head around why no one was sufficiently committed to such a game. We were so far off our peak when the world was watching. Still in a good place in terms of the race, but it hurt. I mean, I think that's a bit dramatic saying so far off our peak when the world was watching. The world watches every Arsenal game. Yeah, it wasn't a great performance yesterday. Even in the first half, when we were in control of the game, we just lacked conviction. It looked like we didn't really want to win. Right. Oh, I lost loads of Evos. Oh, yeah, it was the ice cold ones. Right, Liu Ju Kang upgraded. Yu Zhao Wei upgraded. So we've got World Tour for 2 hours. That's okay. I don't mind that World Tour of, like going. We need to do Frosty Dribbler. Now, this one gives 5 dribbling and some playstyles. Dribbling capped at 88. Playstyles capped at 7. Do we have a player in the team for some Frosty Dribbler? I changed like the whole team here. Could give Yu Zhao Wei a bit of dribbling, but he needs ball control more than anything. Oh, wasn't I going to give it to Kim Dong-min? I feel like I was saving it for Kim Dong-min, but something else first. Why do I feel like I was saving it for him? I really like it on him, to be fair. Would you realistically spend 25k on the stat upgrade and not get any playstyles? Yes. Let me see who I've got available. He looks insane. Yeah, he's very good. Let's do it this way. All right, so Kim Ji-woon. Could give it to him, but he's a right back, so not really. Liu Ju Kang. Has he already got max playstyles? Yeah, don't mind giving it to a centre back as well, because he could really do with the dribbling boost. Zhou Ying-jung doesn't get any upgrade. Hebe Zhen could do with it. He Chao K doesn't get much. Yong Sang-woon would get 5. Mahuki doesn't get much. Yu Zhao Wei doesn't get much. La Tua would be okay. Kim Chang-hun doesn't get anything. He's not good. He's not good. Yeah, I think the 2 best options is either Kim Don-min or Hebe Zhen. Hebe Zhen goes up to 99 composure, agility, balance, and 95 reactions. That's kind of good, isn't it? Is that kind of good, or is that kind of good? I don't know. I feel like that's kind of good. Oh, hold on. Unless he already has... Unless he already has those stats there. So he'd gain big reactions, big composure, big agility. Or we give it to Kim Dong-min. There was a reason why I wasn't giving it to him, and I can't remember what that reason is. I was waiting to give him something else first. So he gains 1 play style. Was it Tiki Taka that I wanted to give him first? I think it was. And instead he gains technical. I can't give him Tiki Taka. There's nothing there. All right. Kim Dong-min's going to get it. He's going to get it. Nice little 5-up coming on him. Right, other evolutions. We've got fresh legs. We've got plenty of time, although we don't have plenty of time for plenty of time. We've got 3 days left. Who have we got for this? Sukada, Vathketh, Mahuki, He Chao K. What does He Chao K gain? 12 strength, 2 vision, 4 dribbling, first touch, 15 curve, 2 ball control. Absolutely tragic upgrade for such a huge overall. Which means Mahuki, he would gain 10 strength, 15 vision, 12 short pass, 6 composure, 6 stamina, 2 dribbling, 14 curve, 2 agility, 13 reactions, and 3 shooting. Now, that's not a bad upgrade taken him to an 83. Not a great 83, though. Yeah, I think he gets... Like, I don't mind upgrading those guys into the 80s. I just want them to be, like, reasonable upgrades. And it's just another one of those ones where it's like, he goes from a 72 to an 83, or a 71 to an 83. Yeah, 73 to an 83. And he just doesn't get a good upgrade for it, which means it's going to either be Vasquez or Sukada. I think it's going to be Sukada. Because for a 65 rated, that is banging. With very, very, very good playstyles. So in we go. Sukada into plenty of time. For other evolutions, we do need to start doing the repeatable ones. Have we got any crappers who are very old? Josh did send me one player that I need to put it onto. But I don't think any of the crappers are old enough. They're not. Which means... it is going to be... I think he was 49 rated. Oh, Corbin kicked out of Ultimate Team. The Fountain of Youth. He'll pop up straight away when he's here. We're up to the 49s. It's him, Yang He. Yang He is going to get Relentless Plus and Quick Step. Oh, dear me. I kind of want to give him a different playstyle plus first. But he's going to be the guy, Yang He. Did you do the CB Evo which expires today? I guess so, because I don't have any. Balance and Act, I can see you. New Year Overdrive. What's this one? What's this one for? Position right back. Now, Hebe Zhen, too much pace, is a centre-back. Kim Ji-woon's got too much defending. So we could either put Wang Yi-wei in here. Which I just don't want to do. It's just terrible, isn't it? Or we're going to have to go for one of the other right-backs. I'm not going to do that yet. Right, fresh legs. Must not be a centre-back. Who do we have in a team that needs some fresh legs? What is fresh legs? Max to 88 gives rapid as a playstyle. Must not be a centre-back. Right, who's on around the 81 pace mark of the team? That's part of the main team, I guess. Yu Xiaowei will be good for it. Kim Dong-min will actually be good for fresh legs as well. So will Zhou Ying-jung. Oh my days. We're going to give fresh legs to Zhou Ying-jung. We most certainly are. Six pace on the bad boy for a +1. Hell yeah. Right. I need to rebuild the team because I put this team together for the bronze tournament. I can't remember who the standard 47s were. Mahuki goes in. Kim Dong-min goes in. Yu Zhaowei goes in. I genuinely can't remember who the 47s are. Hold on, let me go and pick out the guys. Just keep it civil if if you're chatting about the Martinelli incident. Just don't be a brain dead. All right. Just don't be a brain dead. Ezimet is not one of them. Is Minjik Ji? I'm gonna get rid of all the guys that definitely aren't, or like aren't definitely are. We've got Ibi Zhen and Liu Ju Kang in there. We need a new left back, or the better left back, bit of Kim Ji Woon. We need to go and get Hee Chao Kei. And then we just need to go and get other matey boy here. So the only thing we actually need to change. So I need to figure out the 47s again. What I should have done is just build a new squad for the bronze players rather than deleting the 47s squad. So we've got Chen Zheshi. We need to put in Van Lalo Richana. We need to put in Hong Ji Woo. Is Chuan Tang Sangre? No, I don't think so. Shen Huan Ming. Guys, I can't remember the 47s, so for the time being, we're just going to put the bench with Hong Ji Woo and Van Lalo Richana on. There's Van Lalo Richana. There's Hong Ji Woo. So we've still got all 47s in here. And then we just need... our in-progress Evo of Sukada. I don't want to play him striker, to be fair. Rather than left mid. All right, let's go and play... I want to get all of the objectives done, obviously. So I reckon... play 10 with 3 Germans. I reckon I put three Germans in the starting 11. We do Prus. Ah, Asalari again. This isn't the first time we've used this man. Prus goes in goal. Asalari can go right mid. And Alandia. We're going to have to choose a different German here. Saraz. In she goes. Right. Let's go and play the... I want to see if I've got anything that's time sensitive, actually, before I choose what to play. Daily objective, weekly objective, 6 days on. Seasonal objective, obviously we've got loads of time for. Season 4 weekly play, we've got loads of time for. Live events. So I do need to do the Let's Do the Time Warp again. I don't care about Ultimate Gauntlet 8 for this team because there's no Evos in it, which is a real big shame. and then the Gold Cup, which is what we're working on now. Okay, good. Bradley was never off the pitch in the first place, so he couldn't roll back onto it. Yeah, he was half on the pitch and half off the pitch, which is why it was really weird that he dragged himself further onto the pitch. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I talked about this on when I was playing on Tarkov last night, right? You can either be rational in your thought process on the situation, or you can be irrational, right? And an irrational person would say he was off the pitch and he rolled onto it because he wasn't off the pitch and he didn't roll onto it. But an irrational person would also say he didn't do anything, because he clearly did. He clearly dragged himself another foot to a foot and a half onto the field. And that is why Martinelli started to push him off, because he's at that point, how can you think that he's injured if he's dragging himself further onto the pitch, right? Martinelli was happy to roll around for 5 minutes for looking for a pen. Okay, so was Frimpong then, right? Again, guys, we can either be rational in how we discuss things, or we could be irrational in how we discuss things, right? Shouldn't have put his hands on him, full stop. Okay, let's make football a non-contact sport then, mate. Is that what you want?
But it's important that the wide players come in field to join the centre forward at the right time. Hold on,
Sukada! No, that's an awful cross. Frimpong rolled his ankle though, and then continued to play for 90 minutes as if nothing happened, right? Again, you have to be either you're either an irrational thinker when it comes to things like this, or you're an irrational thinker. And unfortunately, the way that social media is for the most part, people just get pent up. Like they just get so caught up in what they want their opinion to be and what they want the truth to be, that they just don't care about what the actual reality is. He clearly rolled his ankle though. No, he certainly rolled over on his ankle, but he didn't roll his ankle, because if he rolled his ankle, he wouldn't have been able to keep walking, let alone run for the rest of the game. Gary Neville, of whether you want to talk about Frimpong, Martinelli, Bradley, or what Martinelli did to Bradley, the worst person out of all of it was Gary Neville. Suggesting that Martinelli should get beaten up for doing that, like he should not have a job anymore in that industry. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Oh, hold on. I need to do the Devos. Roy Keane was no better as well, but yeah, Gary Neville, like, in the heat of the moment, Gary Neville hates Arsenal so much. He really doesn't want Arsenal to win the league so much that for him to be like, he should get whacked. Like, it's just really, really poor. Really poor. If a Liverpool player reacts that way in the heat of the moment, it's different, but Neville should not be calling for it on TV. 100% agree. And then that's the thing, like, you know, it was like, what, the 92nd minute? It was tense, it was heated. There had been lots of instances on both parties of players kind of like, you know, taking a long time to get up or delaying the game or feigning injury. You can understand Martinelli's perspective, although I still don't agree that he should be trying to push him off the field. Like, he shouldn't be doing that, of course. But you can understand he didn't see Conor Bradley go down because Conor Bradley was behind him when he jumped. So when Martinelli turns around and Conor Bradley's on the floor, he's thinking, there was no contact. What's he doing on the floor? So then when he sees him drag himself further onto the field by a yard, he's now thinking, oh, hold on a second, get off the field. You're faking this. He shouldn't have done it. 100% he shouldn't have done it. That's why he's apologized, right? I don't think anyone thinks that he should have done it. He shouldn't have done it. But I think, and Slot was perfect in his interview afterwards and was like, you know, like, kind of like cleared the air and basically said, people just fake injuries too much on football. You understand why they do it, right? It was a general nothing moment. It was a general nothing moment. But once again, the fact that Gary Neville off the back of that says that he should be whacked for doing it, absolutely ludicrous. Neville wants Arsenal to win the league more than any other team. I don't think he does.
And a warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say. And Derek Ray here on the commentary.
I don't think there was any malice in by Martinelli. Just didn't notice he was actually hurt. Yeah, but again, like, should he have pushed him off the field? No, he shouldn't. Right? He just shouldn't have done. He should have just left it, let him be, and like let the medical team or the Liverpool players deal with it. He shouldn't have gone over and tried to like shove him back off the field. For me, do you know what I find the most hilarious? The whole shoving him off the field is, like I say, I think is a bit of a nothing moment. It's been blown way out of proportion for sure. It's a bit of a nothing moment. I still think he shouldn't have done it, but I think it's been blown way out of proportion. The thing that I think he should have been reprimanded for more was throwing the ball at him. Right? It's more of a drop of the ball than a throw of the ball, but he's dropped the ball on him, right? And then pretended like he hasn't. And gone like, oh no, sorry, are you okay? I didn't mean to drop the ball on you. And he 100% knew what he was doing. Now, it's not the end of the world. It's a very light ball, and dropping it on him isn't going to hurt him, like, whatsoever. But the fact that less was made of that, when that was clearly, like, something that was done, like, with thought rather than with not. I found it to be a bit hilarious, to be fair. Oh dear. Yeah, he messaged to apologise. Yeah, we saw that. We saw his Instagram post. I found what I found like the most incredible, and this is where like social media is a really like horrible place to be. Like not even at times, just all the time for the most part. Is because Martinelli had tried to shove Bradley back off the pitch. People want him dead. And I wish I was joking. The amount of people that were messaging me that Martinelli like should get chinned, should get locked up, should get killed, is going to get beaten up next time he's in Liverpool. How is that better? So you think it's so despicable that somebody shoved somebody off the field that they deserve to die? They deserve physical violence towards them. They deserve to be continually abused forever because of a moment of madness. It's insane. It's genuinely insane that people think that they're not the problem.
How good was that?
If that was my teammate, I'd knock him the fuck out. Well, then you'd be banned from football forever, wouldn't you, you idiot? Beckham faced that, though. Oh, guys, I didn't know. Beckham faced it, so it's actually all right. It's actually all right to kill football players for making a mistake on the field because Beckham faced it as well. I didn't realise, guys. That's on me.
Oh, this looks useful. And hammered in there. Opportunity. Oh, keeper dealt with it.
He committed serious violence against Bradley. Did he? Did he? See what I mean, guys, about rational against irrational.
It's a good-looking pass. Determined not to give it away. Well, the managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game.
Could have been killed. Yeah, I know, man. Your carriage has been pretty disappointing, hasn't he? Yes, he has. But it's not entirely his fault. And yesterday was another prime example of that, right? I showed this in the Discord after the game. Between Saka, let me ask you guys a question. If you know the answer, don't answer. But if you don't know the answer, here's a fun question for you. Between Saka, Ødegaard, Trossard, and Rice, How many times do you think they passed the ball into or in the box?
An astute piece of defending.
0-5-3. I think it was like 8. Saka 1 time, and it was at cutback 1 time. Rice was 3 times, but they were like, no, Erdegaard was 3 times, but they were right to the edge of the box, not really into the box, so you can kind of exclude those if you choose. Rice was 3 times, Saka was 1 time, and Trossard was 2 times. Now, when we've bought a striker who is supposed to be the guy in the box for us, and the ball doesn't come into the box from the creative players, what is he to do, right? Okay, you could argue, okay, maybe he should make better movements or whatever, and I agree with that. Maybe he should. Then there was an instance, and I saw Gary Neville talking about this on the TV yesterday, and he was like, oh yeah, like, you know, Rice fizzes that ball in, where's Gyökeres? The problem with that is that Rice gets into that position 20 times a game, and 19 times a game, he either has a shot or passes it backwards to the edge of the box, and 1 time a game, he'll fizz it across the box. How is Gyökeres supposed to know the 1 time a game that is going to be fizzed across the box, right? There's no consistency with how we're trying to use Victor Gyökeres. And so he's literally like a headless chicken because he hasn't got a fucking clue where to be at what moment. And so many times in the game yesterday, he made a darting run in behind the defence, right? In behind Liverpool's defence or in between two defenders, and the ball didn't come. And then on the occasions where he dropped back into space to try and get the ball goes long. Is that a Gyökeres issue, or is that an Arsenal not playing to his needs issue, or is it a mix of both? And I think I would think it's more of a mix of both. I think there's definitely a call to say that Gyökeres needs to do better. You know, there was a few instances yesterday where he could have made better runs, he could have run harder, and he could have run faster, and he could have been positioned a bit better. But there were so many times in the game yesterday and in other games as well where he's been in brilliant positions and the ball just doesn't come. And I don't know how you can like remedy that, you know? I don't know how you can remedy that. Right, it's going to lose this final. Bremen and Hoffenheim got officially cancelled as well. Yeah, I already fixed the first one. To be fair, Jesus heads the ball and he's tiny. Yeah, but I mean, there's a difference between heading the ball and then heading the ball like here's the issue, right? And you again, this is where like I just feel like football fans will see what they want to see rather than what the reality is. Van Dijk was man marking Victor Gyökeres yesterday. Once Jesus came on the field, Van Dijk was nowhere near Jesus. So how is Gyökeres supposed to consistently and continually win headers against Virgil van Dijk, who's man marking him? Whereas when you look at Jesus, he's in pockets of space because the defenders don't need to man mark him because he's not physical, he's not so big.
And no question, this ought to be a game that gets pulses racing. How do you see this one going?
Attacking you 5-year-old, yeah, it's really good, isn't it?
They've worked so hard on and off the field, but
Oh, this guy's playing.
It's a massive opportunity to win silverware. I can't wait for this one.
He's kicked the ball out of play.
And this is how the hosts will begin the game.
Enjoy your goal, pal. Enjoy your win, mate. That's on you. That's you. That's you, baby. Let's go. Jesus was horrible. Literally did nothing and defending. Yeah, like here's the thing, right? I really like Jesus, and I really like Kai Havertz. But last season and the season before, they were getting slated so much because they weren't good enough. Right? Now this season, for some reason, people think that they were the second coming of R9. People like, when Jesus is fully fit, when Havertz comes back, Gyökeres has got no chance. Has he got no chance? Because we've lost 1 game when Gyökeres has started the game for Arsenal. 1 game. 1 game. We've drawn 2 games when Gyökeres started, lost 1 game, and won 17 games when he started. Even though he's not scoring goals, as ugly as it is, and as much as you don't want it to be the reality of the situation, he is helping us win games with his physicality. Is that what I want to see from my striker? No, it's bloody not. I want to see my striker bagging 25, 30 Premier League goals a season. That's what I want to see from my striker. But is he helping us win games? Yes, he is. All right, Joing Jung. More like Joing Dong. All right, we need another pace merchant to put in. Kim Dong Min. That's a really good upgrade for him. I actually want to put pace on him as well, I think. Yeah, do I want to give him the pace? I do, because he'll go to 88 sprint speed, 88 acceleration. What a banging card, by the way. What an absolute beast of a card. That one goal we scored against Bournemouth shows how he can contribute with dragging defenders out. But that's not what we brought him forward solely for. Yeah, I agree. And I think you can see, like, I sense this anyway. I don't know if people agree with me. I sense this from Mikel Arteta's presser yesterday. He spoke 2 times about Gyökeres being in good positions and the ball not arriving. And it looked like it was spoken in frustration. Somebody's like, oh, like Victor Gyökeres hasn't scored enough player, blah, blah, blah. And Arteta was like, he said something along the lines of like, Victor Gyökeres is doing great. He was in the perfect position many times last game and the ball didn't arrive. And it's like, I think Arteta can see Gyökeres is doing what is being asked of him for the most part, not entirely. We're not going to completely abstain blame from him because there's been moments where he can do better for sure. But I think for the most part, he is doing what he is being asked of, and the ball just isn't arriving at his feet. And then what? And so then what do you do? Like, genuinely, what do you do? Because at that point, and I said this in a Discord yesterday, right? At that point, I honestly think Erling Haaland would struggle to score goals in this Arsenal team because he wouldn't get the ball either. So how would he score if he just doesn't get the ball? And people say, oh, his movement is much better. His movement could be the best in the world. And it probably is for Erling Haaland. Him, Harry Kane, players like that, their movement probably is the best in the world. But doesn't matter how good your movement in the box is, if the ball doesn't come into the box, you're not going to receive it at all, ever. And I genuinely think Erling Haaland would struggle to score goals in this Arsenal team. And that's why I sit there and think, is this a Gyökeres issue or is this an Arsenal issue? Right, Kim Dong Min. Let's get him Kim Dong in. There's literally a through ball to goal. Zubimendi literally passed it to someone else 40 minutes at a time. Yeah, I remember it. Gyökeres made a really good run in between Konate and Van Dijk, and it didn't come. And again, well, what do you do at that point, right? What do you do at that point? Yeah, Kim Dong Min's going to be absolutely outstanding. All right, we've got one more Evo we can apply right now. New Year Overdrive is a bit terrible. Peak Endurance, I think we could probably start putting on some of the players. He also should have had a tap in the first half and wasn't there. Why should he have had a tap in the first half? A lot of these guys are already on max stam. EB Zhen will give a little bit too. Liu Ju Kang as well. We give Liu Ju Kang a little bit of stam. There's no team on earth Haaland would struggle to score goals in, lol. He sometimes has 12 touches in games and still scores. I get your point, but awful by comparison. No, I disagree. Because Haaland gets 12 touches in the box on the penalty spot. Gyökeres gets 7 touches on the edge of the box or outside of the box in transition. It's entirely different. It's entirely different. I'm telling you, man, you put Erling Haaland in that Arsenal team, he's scored maybe a couple more goals than Gyökeres. That's it. We've got so used to playing without a proper number 9. We're going to need to get... Yeah, and somebody put into the Discord yesterday, actually, you know, Sesko scored 2 goals for United in their last game because Bruno Fernandes was forcing the ball to him. And then he eventually got his chances and scored a goal. Nobody forces the ball to Gyökeres. In fact, it is quite literally the opposite.
And with kickoff just moments away, we really should be in for a magnificent occasion.
Why would they sign Victor if they aren't getting into the box? Yeah, like, well, and I think that's why what I can sense with Arteta is him getting frustrated about it, because I think that they want the ball to get into the box a lot quicker. And man, yesterday, even in the moments, right? Even in the moments where we were in control in the first half, we are so lethargic with how we pass the ball. It does my absolute head in. We will be on a transitional counter-attack. Saka will be in 20 yards of space with a Milos Kerkez he's already skinned once or twice. And the ball will get played backwards to Gabriel, then sideways to Saliba, then sideways to Timber, then back into David Raya, and now all of a sudden the defence is back. And it's like, if we just pass the ball forwards instead to Bukayo Saka, Gyökeres has now got a run on the defenders, and then it's on Saka. Does he want to have another shot? Does he want to drive at the defender, or does he want to put the ball in the box for the striker? And there's only one game so far that I've seen us play with a really quick transition and getting the ball to Saka's feet really fast, and it was the game against Everton where Gyökeres scored the goal, scored the penalty. It might have been a different game, actually, because it wasn't one where Gyökeres scored. But Bukayo Saka had 9 shots or 8 shots in that game in areas where he could have passed the ball to Gyökeres. And again, you're sitting there saying, oh, Gyökeres is garbage. But he's just not getting the ball. He's literally just not getting the ball. And when he does get the ball, he's surrounded by 2, 3, 4 defenders, or the player's been slowed down so much that the defence is set. It's just really strange how we play with him in the team. Wolves? Yeah, it was Wolves, actually. You're right, Jay Bunners. It was Wolves. Bukayo Saka had like 9 shots against Wolves, and all of them were from that area on like the corner of the box where he could have passed the ball. He couldn't have passed all of them. There were instances where a shot was the right thing, but he could have passed up. There was at least 3 instances. And do you know what? Even yesterday, oh my days, I'm surprised nobody talked about it. Now, Saka did really, really well, right? He got into the box. He got on the edge of the 6-yard box. He'd bought off Kerkez. Hincapié was stood 3 yards next to him. There is no way on God's green earth he could not see him. He was right there for a tap-in. Saka tries to shoot. It gets blocked. We don't score. If he just rolls it off instead, Hincapié has a tap-in into an empty net. We score a goal. We go 1-0 up. Like, I get Saka. I love Saka a lot, right? He's my favourite player in the Arsenal team by a long shot. But he's got incredibly selfish this season, and I think it's impacting the way that we're winning games. Wirtz was a penalty, though. I disagree. I don't think Wirtz was a penalty at all. I think Frimpong was more of a penalty than Wirtz. Right, what else have we got? Right, we need some vision. What does Mahuki need? Oh, Mahuki definitely can do with some vision. What about He Chao K? What's his vision saying? No, his is pretty good. Right, let's put Mahuki in then. You've seen worse given? Yeah, I mean, but having seen worse given doesn't mean that the other one is like the other one should be correct. Saka has 4 goals in 18 Prem games. Do you think he's trying to force it rather than... Yeah, he is. He is absolutely trying to force it. And when players get into that situation, it's the worst thing for them, isn't it? Because not only do you continually not score, as he hasn't been, but you're also now hampering the rest of the team. Like, I genuinely think against Everton, against Wolves, against Bournemouth, against Brighton, maybe not Bournemouth because he came on late in that game, against Brighton, I genuinely think we would have won way more convincingly if Madueke had started. Not that I think Madueke is a better player, because I don't think he is a better player, but because I think he is selfless. He is far more selfless. And Saka is, like, Saka is genuinely making it harder for us to win because he's being incredibly selfish when he gets the ball on the edge of the box. It's only when he drives to the byline is he, and then that's when he's cutting it back. If he's got the ball anywhere 10, 15 yards away from that byline, he is yeah, he's only looking to shoot and nothing else. Oh, as if he's got through there. That's outrageous. It's just sad this Arsenal side winning the Prem might be the most boring team ever to win it. Look at the way they play. Look at the game yesterday. All right, good observations and good point, man. Confident Arsenal will win the league? No. I've said it consistently throughout this season. I said it consistently last season when we were in winning positions and, like, you know, doing well. There's still a long way to go, man. It's only 5 points, right? We've done the hard work this season already, though. We've had all of our tough games away. All we've got left is City away. We've already played Liverpool twice. We played Villa twice. We played City once already. Obviously, we played everyone once, but, like, the fact that we played Villa and Liverpool twice already is massive. The fact that we've got, like, much better home games and away games than other teams is better. But no, I absolutely don't think... I'm absolutely not confident that we're going to just win the title. There's still a long way to go. That's gaslighting. What's gaslighting? FIFA King, explain to me what gaslighting even means. This Arsenal side are honestly worse than last season's Liverpool. If that's the truth, then why aren't Liverpool top of the league? Because last season's Liverpool is this season's Liverpool with players added in. Oh, 6 points, not 5 points. Yeah, apologies. So if Liverpool's got basically the same team as last season, and yet they've made improvements, how are they like 14 points behind the leaders? Because Liverpool are going through a transition plus injuries. You can't deny that. How did I deny that? Arsenal are going through a transition and injuries as well. We're still top of the table, right? We lost our whole attack last season. Liverpool is a completely different team. The fuck? Okay, but then so is Arsenal, right? So is Arsenal. We were also a completely different team because we signed so many players and we brought in so many new players. And we've had so many injuries. So then so is Arsenal, right? Chelsea gone through a transition. Mate, Chelsea have been going through a transition for about the last 7 seasons, haven't they? All right, who do we need to give stamina to? Yu Wei can get some. Arsenal are not going through a transition. Oh, okay. They spent billions for years and finished second for the past 3 seasons. I mean, yes, they finished second for the past 3 seasons, but they haven't spent billions for years. Again, if you want to have a discussion about football, at least just be rational, right? Be honest and be truthful with the things that you're saying. Don't just spout bullshit and lies that you read on social media to think that you're getting, because what's the point of a debate, right? What's the point of a debate if you're just going to sensationally lie about something that is so easy to disprove? We've spent billions for years. Arteta himself over the last 6 seasons hasn't even spent $1 billion. So how have we spent billions for years? If you like, what do you want out of the exchange between me and you? If you're going to sit there and say something as stupid as we've spent billions for years to finish second place 3 seasons in a row. What do you want the outcome to be? Like, what is it that you're looking for as the result of the conversation? Do you think we'll win? I think we will win the league, but I don't think it's like as cut and dry as people make it out to be. What have we got? Vision, balance. Who needs balance in my team? Oh, Jesus Christ. Not Sukada. Definitely not him. Not him, because it's like... Okay, Reed Brown can get some balance. Liverpool are more transitional than Arsenal right now due to squad turnover, manager length at the helm, and the public falling out of the star player. Pretty simple. When I say I have no idea what impact that has had on Liverpool, just objectively, they're far more transition period than Arsenal, who have done the same thing organisationally for 6 years. We've done okay, and again, like it's just impossible to have a conversation with somebody about football when they're not only so biased towards themselves, their own team, but they're so biased against other teams. We've been organisationally the same for 6 years. We've had the same manager for 6 years, but we have not been organisationally the same for 6 years. That is so disingenuous. Let's pop Kim Ji at right back. Berta joined us last year. So yeah, the coaching staff has changed a lot over the last 6 years. So has the team. $900 million Arsenal spent with Arteta. Yeah, but I mean, like, that's over 6 years though, right? With the price of football players these days, that's not a lot. If you compare that to all other major teams, especially in the Premier League, I guarantee you it's in line. Maybe even better than Chelsea, than Spurs, than United, than Liverpool, than City. Like, I guarantee you it's very, very, very similar by comparison.
It should be entertaining and it should be full of quality.
That was well spotted. The attack is over.
Yeah, he makes those interceptions so well.
Double City the last 12 months. Yeah, okay, so just change the time frame to suit you again. Right, let's just move on, guys. Let's just move on, because people are literally just moving the goalposts at every opportunity to try and one up. For what reason, I don't know. We were talking about the amount of money spent in Arteta's reign and how that's comparable to the other teams as well in that time frame, and then somebody decides to go, oh, but it's double what City has spent in the last 12 months. Okay, well, how's that fucking relevant to what we're talking about, huh? Nice poor ball.
Switched on and ready to intercept there. This is the lineup for the visitors.
Well, they're matching up here, so midfield domination will be key to winning this game. If they can manage that, it will then allow their fullbacks to join their attacking play.
That's crossed the line. It'll be a throw-in.
Not double City anyways. That's what I mean. Like, people literally just... What I think a lot of people don't understand when they're on places like X and stuff is that a lot of posts go viral of people that literally just tell lies. For what reason, I don't know. Entertainment or just general misinformation and stuff like that. And then somebody will read a post that has gone viral and they'll say, well, that must be true. Without actually doing any research themselves. That is their research. Taking somebody else's opinion because it was popular or went viral is the research that they do to say, oh, well, that's obviously true, isn't it? Then they go and have... Then they'll come into like somebody else's stream or, you know, debate with somebody else on that social media platform, and they'll regurgitate that same like nonsense stat, that same lie. And then if they get proven wrong, they won't go, oh shit, I didn't realize. I've read some information somewhere else and I didn't fact check it, so I just thought that what I was saying was true. And they won't say that. They'll say, yeah, well, your mum's a pussy, you prick. Yeah, well, fucking meet me on the corner then, we'll fight. Yeah, well, you look like a fucking gimp anyway, so who gives a shit? Your team's shit. And that's what they'll do as a response. Would you rather Arsenal winning the Champions League this season, or would you rather a domestic treble? Domestic treble over the Champions League. Not by much, though, because I think, you know, we've won the Premier League before. We've won the FA Cup before. We've won what is now, I think maybe we've never won the Carabao Cup or whatever it's used to be called before. I think we have, though, but whatever. We've never won the Champions League. So Champions League is, like, for me personally, number one. Like, I'd love us to win that competition for sure. But I think a domestic treble would just be unbelievable, wouldn't it? I didn't put him into the team, did I? We won it in 1993 or something. Yeah, when it was called the Milk Cup or something, I think it was. Yeah. League Cup was long ago. I will take the traditional treble. Seen ample teams not spending money well anyway. As long as it's within the rules, I really don't see the issue of teams spending money. Well, that's the other thing, right? So many other clubs have spent so much money and are doing worse or the same. Arsenal are doing better. They're not doing as good as they could be. But here's the thing. When people say, oh, are you happy with Arteta spending all this money to finish second 3 seasons in a row? Yes and no, right? Because I'd rather finish second than 4th or 8th or 10th. But also, I don't get to choose where we finish, right? I don't, City are top? No, now we're top. If I could choose where we would finish, of course it would be first. I can't choose where we finish, right? No fan can just decide. There's a lot of teams. There's a lot of teams that play football. There's a lot of competitions. There's a lot of things that can go right and a lot of things that can go wrong. And for people to be like, are you so happy with second place, are you? I mean, yeah, I am happy with second place. I would be happier with first place. Of course I would be. But I am happy with second place. Arsenal 5 years ago were in disarray. We were a mid-table team struggling to sign anyone. The only talent we could sign was players that had good qualities but bad attitudes. Now we can sign quality players with quality attitudes. Now we're attracting the biggest talents in the world to the club. Now we're generating more prize money than we ever have done as a club before, right? Now we're in a position where we can go and win trophies. So am I happy with second place? Yes, I am. Am I happier with first place? Of course I am. I think Arsenal have more of a chance of winning the league rather than champs, in my opinion. See, the reason why I don't necessarily think that's true, and this will be tested against Chelsea over the next couple of weeks, right? is because I don't think there's a team in the world right now that beats us over 2 legs. On our day, we can lose a game or play poorly like we did last night against Liverpool. But I don't see a single team in the world that can beat us across 2 legs. And so that makes me think Bayern. We literally smashed Bayern 4-1 in the group stages. And we didn't just beat Bayern, we beat Bayern. Like, I don't think Bayern would beat us over 2 legs. City? Don't think City would beat us over 2 legs. Oh, sorry, 3-1. I beg your pardon. It was 3-1. PSG and Barcelona can. I don't think so this season. Didn't you say this last season, then went out to PSG? No, I did not say this last season. I think we'd struggle with PSG. I don't think we'd struggle with PSG. And the reason why is because PSG, and this is what's like hugely favourable to any team that faces PSG in the knockout stages. PSG last season had a really long season, then went into the Club World Cup, then went straight back into a new season. Have had a few players go away on international duty for AFCON and have had serious injuries all season. Right? And so off the back of that, PSG are not a fit, fresh, or well-oiled machine that they was last season when they absolutely smashed everything. They are there for the taking this season. Do you think another second place finish plus no trophies is progress? Well, like if you want to be like pedantic about it, in terms of league position and trophies won, you and I both know the answer that wouldn't be progress, because it wouldn't be. But if you want to be realistic about it and say, has the team progressed? Yes, the team has progressed. I think we talked about this a little bit last night, right? There's a reason this season Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri haven't got minutes. And it's because they're not good enough. Hincapié is better than Miles Lewis-Skelly. Madueke and Eze are better than Ethan Nwaneri for the places that he would play. And then you think about last season, and don't get me wrong, it's brilliant to see the Hale End youth players come through, and I think both of them have done wonderfully well. But I think they're off the pace of title winners. I'm not saying like pinning it on them as to the reason why we didn't win last season, because it's not them like specifically, but we have improved our team again. We've improved. Like Hincapié yesterday was brilliant. He's been generally brilliant as well, but Hincapié yesterday was fantastic. Madueke, since he's joined the club, has genuinely been fantastic. Eze needs to step it up a little bit for sure, but Hincapié and Madueke are a class above MLS and Nwaneri. And off the back of that, we're now in a completely stronger position in the league compared to where we was last season, right? I think the team has progressed. Zubimendi is wonderful. Zubimendi is such a good player. And when we look at our team now, and I think, okay, left wing, Trossard and Martinelli, there is room for an upgrade there. Trossard's probably been our player of the season so far, maybe Declan Rice, but Trossard's certainly up there. Yet, I would take Rodrigo over Trossard and Martinelli in a heartbeat, right? I think Rodrigo would go and sit over on that left-hand side and just be an upgrade immediately. I think Madueke and Saka, I think, is very hard to upgrade. Gyökeres, Havertz, and Jesus, I think we could upgrade that area of the team as well. I wouldn't be surprised if this is Jesus' last season at the club. I'd be very interested to see how Gyökeres and Havertz works going forwards. I think Rice and Marino in that midfield. Listen, I love Marino. I think he's been a brilliant player for Arsenal. I think he's done some wonderful things for us, and how he's filled in at striker and such has been brilliant. But I think we can upgrade Marino. Zubimendi and Norgard, we can definitely upgrade Norgard. And then Eze and Ødegaard, I think that's perfect. We just need Eze to get it to grips. Now, when you look at our backline, Hincapié and Calafiori, brilliant. I think if we sign like another centre-back, which I think we might, I think with Gabriel and one, and then Saliba and Mosquera, and then Timber at right back, I could see us getting rid of Ben White now. I think Ben White's had his time at the club. I think we could see the end of Ben White. Our team is still progressing, and we've still got upgrades that we could make to the team. And if we can make, if we can win a trophy this season, whatever the hell that trophy is, I don't even care if it's like another Emirates Cup, but if we could win another trophy this season, or a trophy this season, I think we could improve those areas with superstars. And at that point, I think we could become an undeniable team. You must be joking. Marino is world class. Marino is not world class. And the reason why you know Marino is not world class is because he gets pushed around the field to fill in. Right? If he was a world-class midfielder, he wouldn't have been the guy that got pushed up to striker. It would have been somebody else. It would have been Martinelli, or it would have been like Nwaneri or something like that. He is very consistent. And listen, he's a manager's dream, right? He never puts in a bad performance. But he is definitely not world-class. Who did I put into the Evos? Oh, him. I reckon we sign in Capita then? Yeah, we will. We will. Damn, guys, I don't know. What does he have? Oh, he needs vision. Liu Ju Kang. You think Eze needs more minutes? It's funny. It's funny, actually, because I agreed. I agree. I thought Eze has been dropped a lot recently, and it's sad to see. But then Sky Sports published this chart of how Eze's games before Christmas over the last 4 years for club and country, and he's played like almost twice as much for Arsenal as he ever has for Palace. Name 15 better players at 6, 10, 8, 10, false 9. So Andy, do you believe that the threshold and cutoff for world class is the 15th best player in that position? Is that your cutoff for world class? So if we go and find, for example, the 15th best left back in the league, would you say that they are world class? I think Martin Odegaard's time is coming to an end. I think Eze is better. That's a horrible take. Martin Odegaard, I hope, will be at this club for another 6 to 8, maybe 10 years. Martin Odegaard is an unbelievable football player.
And everyone here on tenterhooks, you'd have to say, with good reason. Your expectations?
Yeah, it's a big game, isn't it? It's a chance to get into a final and win silverware. This is where the leaders and the experienced players need to step up, settle any nerves. Should be an entertaining match, this.
Trying to tee it up.
Oh,
And he's taken it away. Raul. Oh, the challenge was spot on.
Oh, I thought they were in there. Shut that down well.
And this is the initial 11 for the visitors today.
Yeah, a 4-5-1 or a 4-2-3-1.
I've pressed past their game. Come on now.
A lot of coaches are adopting this nowadays, as it does give you those two holding players, while you've still got plenty of threat from the wide wingers.
Oh my days, what is that for a pass? World class doesn't really have a definition like that. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. Which is, it's just a weird thing to say. Like, for me to say, I don't think Marino's world class, and for him to say, well, name 15 better players than him then. Sorry, pal. Sorry for having a fucking opinion. Jesus Christ. Oh, is that a pen? That's delightful. That's not what I said. Redraw. You said name 15 better 6, 8, 10s and 9s then. That's what you said. People too obsessed with formations and positions nowadays. Sad. It was you who brought in the positions, not me. Marino's very good at finishing, a very good trait to have. Other than that, he's average. He's definitely better than average as well. Like, he's very good. Marino is a very good player. He's not world class. He's not average. He is a very good player. Right, two more fresh legs. Wait. How many times was fresh legs repeatable? Was it 4? Consistent. Yeah, very consistent. He is. He's brilliantly consistent. Right. So I guess I want to give it to Yu Zhao Wei then and get his pace up there. Why on earth not, right? To summarize why he's world-class and remove the confusion, he is not world-class for a singular position, but name 2 players better in world football right now that can play for a top 5 club in 5 positions. Yeah, but again, like, you're doing this thing where you're taking a very nuanced thing and saying because there's not better players, and you could argue Reece James, you could argue Fede Valverde, you could argue Declan Rice, right? But you're taking this really nuanced thing and saying because of this intense nuance, he's world-class. It's not really a nuance. It's just unique, hence my opinion. Yeah, but being unique doesn't inherently suggest that you are world-class, right? It means you are unique. And that is good. Very good in the case of Marino. It's not world-class. There will be very, very, very few world-class players on Earth that get pushed around the field anywhere and everywhere, because if they're world-class, you want them in the position that they're world-class in. Who would you get to understudy Rice if he got injured? Probably Miles Lewis-Skelly, actually. I think he's being fully exposed at left-back. He's definitely not good enough to play in that left-back position. Yeah, that's where I would go with, pretty much. Right, let me just get these German players done so I can get this through and out. Playing in the level Arsenal and Prem is playing as different positions is not easy. Yeah, but I agree with you, Kachik, right? But doing something hard doesn't mean you're world class. Again, it's like Bukayo Saka started at left back for Arsenal. He's played at left back for England. He's played at right back for England. He's played at right back for Arsenal. He's played at right wing back for England. He's played at right wing back for Arsenal. He's played at right wing for Arsenal. He's played one game at left wing for Arsenal. Does the fact that he's moved around the pitch so many times for club and country mean he's world class? It does, like, that just doesn't inherently make you world class, right? Is this the finals again? I can't remember if it is or not.
An achievement for both sides to get in. It's been a long journey, but it'll all be worthwhile if they can get their hands on some silverware. What a match this could be. I can't wait.
I rest my case. Valverde regularly plays in around 3 to 4 positions and is considered world class. But for what position? No, Valverde is just, like, again, you rest your case that Marino has to be world class because Valverde is world class. What a stupid case. The jury finds you guilty. That was the final. Let's go. Started Rotherham United RTG. Have you got any tips to make Evos more effective or better ways to chain them up? Most of bronze players. Just got to put them on, mate. Just got to put the Evos on. Just got to put the Evos on. You missed the whole thread that said it was. No, dude, because I'm responding to things you're saying that are stupid, and you're saying, oh, no, I wasn't talking to you about that. Then I'm responding to things directly that you're saying to me and saying that I missed the other things that you said. It's okay to just recognize that you're wrong, right? It's okay, like, or it's okay to say, I've got an opinion that he's world-class and I'll stick by that, whatever. But you can't use things like, oh, because Valverde is world-class, Marino must be, or because Marino's apparently the top 15 in 6, 8, 10, and 9, that he's definitely world-class. Like, you're just using nonsense logic to try and validate your opinion. There's nothing about Mikel Merino that is world-class. He's not a world-class defensive midfielder. He's not a world-class attacking midfielder. He's not a world-class striker. He is very good and he is very consistent, but he is not world-class in any position that he plays in. So for you to say he's world-class because he plays in multiple positions, again, is just something that I think I and most other people that watch football disagree with. And you can, if that is your definition of a player being world-class, having versatility of multiple positions, then fair enough. But don't try and pretend that I'm missing the point somewhere, because I think if that is your point, I think your point is stupid and that you are wrong. That is what I think. Is Marino a starter for Spain? Yeah, he plays very well for Spain. Yeah. What have we done? Where did you come from? Where did you go? All right, he's played two more games with the German players. Morata started for Spain for years. Yes, sometimes starting for Spain isn't all it's cracked up to be. Orsnes from Benfica is the best player in the world then. Man plays everywhere from us, apart from goalkeeper. Yeah, he does. He plays. Is he playing at right back at the moment, isn't he? Oh, no, he hasn't, because you signed a right back this season. He's back in the midfield. Spot on. He's world-class, and I'm not sure why Nep getting so angry with that shout. It's an opinion I'm sticking by. No, I'm not getting angry at your opinion. I'm telling you that your opinion is stupid. I'm telling you that you are... I was going to say one of a very few people, but I think you might be the only person that thinks Marino is world-class. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with being like... You're not wrong because you're going against a popular vote. You're wrong because you're wrong. That's like... There's a lot of things that I think that I dare say I know I'm right about in the world, that I'm in a very, like, in a minority of how I believe it to be. And so I'm fully on the, fully on the wavelength of, you can be in the minority with an opinion and still be right. I absolutely agree with that. Just on this instance, you're just wrong. There's no way you can reasonably believe that Marino is world-class. And in fact, you haven't even given anything to back up why he's world-class, other than the fact that he plays in multiple positions. So I'll tell you what, this would be a fair question. What an ignorant attitude. Okay, so now I'm starting to understand that you're actually just here rage baiting, right? Fair enough. Make sure you never come back, Sean, as well. See you later, pal. Real Madrid, thanks for the super chat, brother. I wouldn't do the Ronaldinho SBC if I were you. No, I'm not rage bait. No, I wasn't talking to you, Nightfly. Unless that's you on a different account, one in Twitch and one in YouTube. We've got one more for you, Xiaowei. I'm not rage baiting. I'm a big fan of Marino. Yeah, but being a big fan of a player, again, like this is the thing, man. you're saying all of these things that are personal, like personal attributions as to why you're saying he's world class, not actual reasons why he's world class. You think Marino is world class because you're a fan of him? Do you think that's a reasonable barrier to set for being world class? Thinking someone is world class is a personal opinion. What am I missing? Just the stats and data to back it up, mate. Honestly, thinking someone's world class is a personal opinion, but it's usually regarded for like the contentions around world class players. Like, do you think Salah is world class? Do you think Saka is world class? Do you think Palmer is world class? Do you think Foden is world class? That's 4 players that I think some people will say yes to and some people will say no to, because they are the best in their positions, like, or at least up there with the best in their positions, and continually, consistently perform. That's something where you can say, in my opinion, Saka is world class. And it would be hard to argue. Like Salah as well. You know, some people would say Salah is world class. I think, but if you base that over his last 12 months, is Salah world class over the last 12 months? I wouldn't say so. However, does that mean he's not a world-class player? That's an interesting conversation, right? Because at what point does a level of low consistency of performances remove someone from the world-class category? Has Salah been world-class? Yes, he has. Is Salah one of the best players to have ever walked the face of the earth? Yes, he is. Is he currently world-class? I think that's up for debate, right? And then it's the same with Saka. Saka's definitely in a poor run of form right now. Palmer is in a poor run of form right now. Foden is in a poor run of form right now. So are they world-class players that are out of form, or are they not world-class players that were just in really good form? That's a really cool argument. That's a really cool debate to have, right? But to say Marino is world-class because I think he is, and it's an opinions-based game, is just ludicrous again, because there's no data whatsoever to back that up. Nothing. He's not the best passer. He's not the best tackler. He's not the most physical. He doesn't run the furthest. He doesn't create the most chances. He doesn't have the highest pass accuracy. He doesn't play the most long balls. He doesn't cover the most ground. He doesn't have the most shots or shots on target. He doesn't have the best defensive record when playing in midfield or the best scoring record when playing in attack. There is nothing whatsoever to suggest that Mikel Merino is world class. He is very good. He is very consistent, but he is absolutely not world class. And you thinking that he isn't a good enough argument to convince anybody that he actually is. And I think that's where the problem is right here. That you think that your opinion is good enough to determine someone world class. Being consistently good is literally what makes a player world class. Calling someone stupid and name calling when you know you're losing an argument. Oh, you must be you from YouTube just on Twitter this time. Because being good consistently doesn't make somebody world class. It makes them consistently good. Being very good consistently makes somebody world class. Erling Haaland is world class because for years and years and years he banged in as many goals as he's played games. But somebody like, let's say, Ollie Watkins, who's been consistently good throughout his career, is definitely not world class, even though he's been consistently good. How do you get the out-wide evolution? I have no idea, mate. Sorry. I have no idea. I don't even know what the out-wide evolution is. Nep, on a real note, can you not say the same about Valverde on all of those points? Brother, have you ever watched Fede Valverde play football? All right, let me ask you this, Andy. If you had the opportunity right now, in this moment, to keep Marino or to swap for Valverde, what are you doing? I know what I'm doing. And again, as much as I like Mikel Marino, I would have Fede Valverde in our team in a heartbeat. Where am I playing Fede Valverde? In midfield. But Valverde isn't world class either. I would say that's another one of those interesting debatable options, isn't it? I think Valverde, I think you could absolutely argue that he isn't, and I think you could absolutely argue that he is. Valverde cannot play striker when needed. You don't know that. Valverde just hasn't played striker when needed. I think there's a big differential. Is Marino's brother in chat? Yeah, maybe. He might be. He might be. Right, how much time have we got on these Evos? We've got 4 days on balancing act. I don't even know who I want to put that on. We're now speaking in hypotheticals. Andy, your entire chat history has been hypotheticals. Honestly, you are making yourself unlikable. It's so strange. It's like you're going out of your way to be disliked in the chat. You can't honestly be sitting there saying the things that you're saying and think that you are like making reasonable assumptions or reasonable points. Healthy debate, genuine. No, this isn't a healthy debate. This is an unhealthy debate because you are acting like an idiot. You are saying stupid things, and then when you're getting called out on them, you're saying things like, and let me quote, football is opinions-based, no? Yes, but those opinions are derived from watching the players play, from obtaining the stats and the data of those players. You don't just get to guess. You don't just get to go, oh, fuck it, I played with him on FIFA, he was well sick, I think he's world class. Just opinions, though, isn't it? You can't really say I'm wrong because it's just opinions. Like, you're just being nonsensical. You're on it is what I think is, okay, you are 100% a rage baiter. Let me quote, let me say for you guys on YouTube that I can't see Twitch chat, this is what he said. Nah, I don't think so, but equally, Rice is overrated. You are 1,000,000% a rage baiter. And what I was going to just say as well is, right, what I genuinely think is that you're really enjoying the fact that the streamer's attention is on you and you're desperately trying to keep that going by just saying bullshit. And so for that reason, I'll just ignore you now. Where can I send you a screenshot of the draft I had last week? What PSN? Just put it in the Discord, my man. Discord.gg/NepentheZ. Before he got banned by Julie, Andy's very final comment was, Rice scored 2 tap-ins against Bournemouth. English people, Rice is world class. 2 tap-ins against Bournemouth. I was absolutely bang on, wasn't I, with the fact that he was so happy that the streamer's attention was on him that he would genuinely just say anything he could to keep the streamer attention on him, which is quite sad. Loaded. Thanks for the 9 months, man. Right, I need to do... I've got another fresh legs run to do. I think I'm going to put it on. Damn, I don't know. Maybe him. He could do with it. Declan's, oh yeah, that like I say, that guy was just fishing for attention that parents don't give him, unfortunately. El Carino, thank you as well for the 8 months, man. Much appreciated, brother. I need to go on to Team 2 to see what we need to do with the EVUs of these two. I can see you balancing act. So vision and balance on Team 2. You've redone your lines. Oh, has there been more cancelled games? Let me have a look, actually. That's all still going. Bundesliga I've still currently got going. Eredivisie still there. It's very possible that a load of this stuff gets cancelled, though. Oh yeah, for me, everything that I can still change is still okay. Only 2 games off in the Bundesliga. Situations like this, isn't it, where, you know, so we had a substitution option and system. Right, we need vision and dribbling. I don't want to give it... Oh, balance. So balance for Jong Sang-woon will be quite good. Hennep, are you happy with how dependent on set pieces Arsenal are recently, or would you like them to have more open play goals? like, I don't want to be a teacher here, but could you show your working, please? Could you tell me in the last 10 games how many set piece goals Arsenal have and how that is compared to the rest of the Premier League, and how many open play goals Arsenal have and how that is compared to the rest of the Premier League, please? And then I will answer your question. They're just finger sleeves, Reese. It just stops my fingers from rubbing against the controller. You can get them from Amazon for like £1. Yeah, see, Kang Hyun-jong could do with some... oh, he's already in an Evo anyway. He's above. Hwang Ju-gu. Maybe there's still a centre-back in the main team. That guy's question was about a month out of date. Yeah, very, very strange. Very strange. Give me this today? No. Thanks for the super chat, though, Patrick. But yeah, I will eagerly await your data-driven response. So we could put some vision on Hebe Zhen. Oh, we definitely need vision on Liu Ju Kang. Okay. What promos coming today? Team 2 of Time Warp today. What's your opinion on what to do with the packs from League SBCs, market matchups, etc.? So it depends on your circumstance, really. It depends how many coins you have, how many packs you have, how many chances of packing a team of the year you want. And based on that, the answer is like, yeah, if you don't have many coins, open all of the tradable packs and keep selling everything, and open some of the untradeable packs as well and just save one pack. I've been saving the small red gold players pack. If you've got loads of coins, save everything and just keep buying players. But obviously, as a kind of counterpoint to that, the price of the Liga NOS and Pro League players has now gone up to about 800 coins, whereas it was around the 500 coin mark prior. So yeah, there's just like whatever consideration like makes sense for you is what you should go for. I think I have to put him in somewhere, aren't I? Just going to put him in there. I don't need him in there anymore. Packed Royce twice, Roy Keane twice, Courtois, other Time Warp players when all I wanted was Xhaka. Xhaka's still quite expensive as well, isn't he, to be fair? That Vidal SBC is good value. Oh, I don't agree. So I don't think it's like as bad as other SBCs have been, but I don't think Vidal is good value. If Arsenal finish second, do you think Arteta goes? No. No, I think if Arsenal don't win a trophy this season, I think next season will be like the last dance for Arteta, and it will be a situation of like if by Christmas he's not, like, you know, like if he doesn't win anything this season, and then next season we're in exactly this position again, I think he's still there for the rest of the season, but he goes if he doesn't win something. If we don't win something this season, and then this time next season we're like fourth in the table, or like, you know, second or third or whatever, and maybe we're like out of the Carabao Cup or whatever, I think he's gone already. The last 4 years I've saved hundreds of packs for Team of the Year and didn't pack a single one of the save packs. Sure, I don't really care. I'd rather just pack just the Evo cards I've already got. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree. Like, it's funny, Gower Jams, actually, because like I expect Gabriel to get a Team of the Year card. If I pack a Gabriel Team of the Year card, he's just not getting into my team. He's just not. I will play some games with him, but the Maldini collar that I've been working on so diligently will just be the players. What's up, Mords pal? Right, Liu Ju Kang for another I Can See You, and Jong Sang Woon for another balancing act. Yamal Player of the Month just got added. Put a bit more balance on him. He doesn't need like too much balance, but he needs some. We need one more game to play as well, and then that's the Germans that can come out of the team. Do you think balance and stamina are important on centre back? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I put stam and balance on most of my, and vision as well, actually, for centre backs, because it helps with passing out of the back. Been doing Bobby Moore and Maldini, two of the best ever, and EA give them terrible cards every year. Yeah, Maldini does it. Maldini only gets good cards at the back end of the year. And I think, again, I think it's something to do with the fact that they know that if they make the like regular Maldini icon good, pay to win players, or people that spend money on the game or whatever, or people that just get lucky to pack him, will have him in the team and never need to put another centre-back in the team. And that's it. What's Lamine Yamal got? 5-star, 3-star, right wing, right mid, banging dribbling, decent passing, decent shooting and good pace. Sticky plus, incisive, game changer, inventive, finesse shot, first touch, tech, and quick step. Yeah, I mean, it's a very, 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 very good card, that one, isn't it? 6 squads for Yamal. An 85, an 87 twice, an 88 twice, and an 89. Yeah, I mean, I won't be doing it. Again, do you know, like, I don't know how many people will do this card, right? I would presume probably not many. But do you know what I would do? If this Yamal was 74 rated and an 85, an 86, an 87, and an 88, I would probably complete him. When it's team of the year? Yeah, next Friday. Next Friday. I think more people than you think will do it because of team of the year. There'll be so many much better SBCs than this Yamal during team of the year. He's comparable to his live card, but his live card will get further upgrades. Next Friday, first group, right? When is a full group release? I don't know the. I just know that it's definitely next Friday. I don't know like what order it's coming in or whatever. If based on like how they've done it previously, I assume we get attackers for 2 days, midfielders for 2 days, defenders for 2 days, and then a full team for 8 days. But I'd like to hope that they would do it different this year because team of the year for 2 weeks is too long.
I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and I'm joined for analysis by Stuart Robson. And the general feeling is we should be in for a spellbinding occasion. How do you see it panning out?
Well, what an occasion this should be. 2 excellent teams, 2 top coaches, a great atmosphere, and 90 minutes away from a place in the cup final. It should be a classic.
And the lineup for the Nutters looks like this. Manuel Neuer begins in goal. Marcelo starts with Diogo Dalot in the fullback positions.
That's a great goal. A great goal. Only 5-star, 3-star, by the way. Yeah, 5-star, 3-star is okay.
Good vision to set up the chance, and then the shot could not be hit any better. Struck with such.
How many players can you evo at once now? 3. Kendo, thanks for the 25 stream streak, man. Much appreciado. I'm into another final. I am. All right. That is some more evolutions, Dunzo. Liu Ju Kang up there. We need one more game for Kang Hyung Jong for fresh legs, and then that's that finished. Do we get into that point again where we're just kind of like not a lot left to do? 6 days for New Year's Overdrive. I just don't even know if there's a player I want to put on that. Peak Endurance, we're going to be using lots. Fountain of Youth, I want to give the other guy the Playstyle Plus first. Then Balancing Act and I Can See You, we've got to rinse through a little bit. For the reward Evos, World Tour expires, I've got no one to put it onto. Otherwise, we don't have any other reward Evos to use. Like, this account right now is more about getting the SP than anything else. So we need to win 2 more and score 10 goals with the player from Serie A. I'll just do that in squad battles. That'll be good SP. I also think if I went and bought the SP, bought the season pass now, I think I would immediately get like 3,000 or 4,000 SP as well. Because because isn't it like level 8 or 9 or 10 or something where it gives the added boost? Let me claim it all. And we've got some good evos in here as well that we can start putting on the crappers too. Now they're up to level 10. You can go. Yeah, so we've got some nice evo. Oh, we might have to have a little look-see here about what evos we can do. We get Vicario. And Lowman. Matthias can go. Couple of evos. Then if we back out and go back in, we should have a bit more SP. Let's do the time warp again. Did we get some more SP? Yes, we did. 3 more levels, how about that? But not the premium versions. That's interesting. I think it's all bugged out. Hey, look at that. It hasn't given me the premium versions, but it's given me the non-premium versions. Great game, EA. Great game. What are we doing? Seasonal. Oh, we got Collar. Conceded 1 goal or less in 10 games. Nice. Our second icon on the Crappers account. Not that we're playing for them, but it's fun to get them. We've got Pookie finished as well. It's quite interesting. What's up, Red Lazy? How you doing, man? Right, let's have a look at these new Evos that we've got then. And see if there's some good players to put it on. What did we get? We got Architect, 10 passing and 10 physical to a max of 85. 10 passing and 10 physical to a max of 85. Chao K is probably going to be the guy for that. That is very much needed for him. He still needs more passing as well, but that is very good. That is very, very good. 3-6. He gains long ball as well. I'd rather he had incisive, but I think that might just be worthwhile. Let me just look, just in case there's anybody else. Is this repeatable twice, this one? He could probably do it, Jong Sang-woon. Oh, Kim Chang-hun actually might be the play. Because he is in desperate need for the passing and the physical. He gains long ball. We'll have incisive pinged long ball. First touch, yeah. What, it's once repeat? So you can repeat it once? Or it's just available once? The no games are now showing. They weren't before. Have a look. Yeah, I'm still all good. You can only do it once. Then I think it's going to have to go to He Chao K because he is the... He goes to, yeah, 83 passing, 81 physical. So only 76 rated. It's just delightful, isn't it? Just delightful. It's such a good card. Right, the other reward that we got was Read and React. Now, we could do this twice. It's 10 reactions, 10 composure. 10 reactions, 10 composure, capped to 86. So I want to look at my centre mids first. He's good. He's good. He's good. Mahuki's going to get reactions and composure for sure. Reaction and composure one first and then long ball. Read and react, give tiki-taka. Yeah, but I don't want to waste an Evo for a playstyle rather than for the stats, you know? Long ball isn't like the worst playstyle in the world. There will be time still to give him tiki-taka or even tiki-taka plus or whatever the case may be. Where is he? 3-6. Yeah, so he's got 7 playstyles. Oh, he already has tiki-taka anyway. There you go. Doesn't matter. Is it like to give him incisive? I'll be able to give him incisive plus as a playstyle plus, or tiki-taka plus and then incisive base. But long ball isn't like the end of the world at all. And now his card is good. And I just wouldn't have wanted to give him a play like that to give, you know, waste all of those stats for somebody else just for the sake of giving him tiki-taka. Because he didn't need reactions and composure. Whereas he absolutely needed reactions and composure. And now also has tiki-taka. And then who else needs reactions and composure? Could give it to a centre-back. 2, 4, 6. He would get tiki-taka as well, which wouldn't be bad for a centre-back. He doesn't need it. He desperately needs it, but I don't know if it's worth putting on him. 3, 6. He'd get tiki-taka as well. He could do with it as well, but I think he's too far down the pecking order. I quite like the idea of Liu Ju Kang. Reactions and composure on him will be very handy. I can then give him the balance and vision as well and really get his dribbling into a much better space. I'm talking about striker 67. Him. Yeah, but he doesn't need reactions and composure though. So there's no point me giving him a playstyle that boosts reactions and composure just to get him tiki-taka. When, you know, I could easily give him technical or rapid or trickster or press proven instead. I think I'm going to give it to Liu Ju Kang. Let me just double check his playstyles. Aerial Fortress I don't really care about, especially not at 5'11". Bruiser is perfect. Tiki-taka would be good, and then trying to get another pinged or incisive on him as well would be good. Yeah, nice. Okay, I will give it to Liu Ju Kang. Read and react. Going to take him to, yeah, really good reactions and composure at that point. And then, like I say, if I then build his balance up and build his vision up, he's going to be in a really, really good spot. One expires first. Balance. Let's build his balance up. Run out of team of the weeks. Yeah, they're hard. I packed a couple earlier on the Arsenal account. I was quite happy with it. All right. Why do you always Evo just Asian players? Genuine question. Well, it's a genuine question that's not a correct question though, is it? I don't always Evo just Asian players. For example, there is an American there. There's another American. There's a Frenchman in the team that we've got evoed. We've got an Irish player there and there. French player there. They're not Asian, that's for sure. Another American there, which is certainly not Asian. Sorry, mostly then. And then on my other account, I'm evoing icons. So yeah, you're just wrong. Sorry, mostly then. Well, on this account particularly, they are the lowest rated players in the game. It doesn't matter where they're from. It just matters what rating they start at. Pratic, thank you very much for the super chat, man. He says, my bad, not dependent with the impact Gyökeres has in terms of goal scoring opportunities, especially during yesterday's game, but the rest of the team contribute more towards scoring than him. Yeah, I mean, but that's like, I appreciate the super chat, man, but that's a wild pivot from your actual question, isn't it? Because your actual question was, are you happy with how dependent on set pieces Arsenal are recently, or would you like them to have more open play goals? And to respond to that question specifically, we're absolutely not dependent on set piece goals, nor have we been. We just score a lot of them, but I wouldn't say we're dependent on them. We're winning games not because of them. We're just also scoring them, right? So then for you to then pivot your question to should Gyökeres be contributing towards scoring more goals than he currently does? It has nothing to do with your first question. And even though you're like, you know, putting in the super chats to get your messages in there, which I'm grateful for the support in that regard, it just feels like what you're trying to do is have a dig at Arsenal in any which way you can. And that's very, very strange. What if we go over two-striker formation? I wouldn't mind us going to a two-striker formation. Yeah. Saka and Trossard or Martinelli, left mid, right mid. Havertz and Gyökeres up front. And then Rice and Zubimendi or Rice and Ødegaard in midfield. I think would be quite fun. I don't mind the team. Like, I also don't mind like a three at the back for like, you know, imagine if we had Hincapié, Saliba and Gabriel back three with Timber and Trossard right mid, left mid, Rice and Zubimendi centre mids, Havertz and Saka behind Gyökeres. Again, Ødegaard's missing out, but yeah, it's like there's definitely like maybe like Timber, Gabriel and Saliba centre back with Saka right mid, Trossard left mid, Rice and Zubimendi centre mid. Then have like Havertz and Ødegaard behind Gyökeres, something like that. But we kind of play in a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-1-2 anyway when we like kind of when we're in attack. Better off trying to get one striker score before two. Yeah, but that's just not how football works, though, is it? So do you think, Luke, that if we got one striker to score first and then we introduced a second striker and then got both of them to score, that we should play with a three-striker formation because now we've got two strikers scoring, and then when we get three strikers scoring, we should play with a four-strikers formation, and then before you know it, we're playing a 0-0 fucking 10. Not how football works, is it? Martinelli a disgrace. Is he? Why is that, Lewis? Was everyone in your neighbourhood Arsenal fans growing up? No. No, they weren't. Alvarez would fit so nicely in Arsenal. Does it frustrate you too with the lack of proper service your carriers gets? Yeah, it's very annoying. It is very annoying. Can you show your goalkeeper Evo? But yeah, the goalkeepers are terrible, man. Where even is he? I could take the Germans out now anyway. It's just, they're just bad. They're just bad. They're just bad. Where is City going to play Semenyo? Yeah, he'll play on the wing. Use play 4-3-3, flat left fullback, pushes up to centre forward to have extra man. Does be 4 up top. Yeah, we don't play 4-3-3 just because that's how they you know, it's kind of like showcased on a team sheet. We don't play 4-3-3 at all. I'm not sure if you've answered it before. Could you please tell me why you choose to support Arsenal? No dig or anything, just genuinely curious. Why would I think it was a dig? What would be a dig about it? What's a dig about asking someone why they support a team? This stream has been a little testing today. It's just people just ask weird questions, don't they? It is so strange. That is not the question. Yeah, I don't care. I'm asking the question in return. Why would it be a dig? I really want 4 more fun Evos like the age limit one, but really want my favourite players at bronze with a clean slate. Yeah, I love the idea. Like, I would scrap crappers and regular RTG if EA gave me a 47 rated set of bronze Arsenal players. If I could just open a pack and like it just gives every Arsenal player, men and women, whatever, all as 47 rateds, I would. That's all I would focus on for the rest of the game cycle. Because you think everything is a dig? Do I? I mean, like, what a stupid thing to say, though, right? Because you're being an idiot at that point, aren't you? And then you're going to get banned. And then in your head, you're going to go, see, even that he banned me for. But it's because you're literally being a fucking moron, isn't it? Pratic with another super chat says, well, regardless, you're how I keep myself up to date with everything in FC26 during launch. So thank you for that. Wishing you well. I appreciate that. I just, yeah. I just think you was trying to have a go at Arsenal there, wasn't you? I tweeted about this. I want a 75 rated non-rare CR7 with 0 play styles and like 60 in every stat. Yep, exactly that, Dave. Why can't I use my favorite player because he's been asked since 24 play styles? Yep. If they can monetize Evos better. And listen, I'm going to tell you what I think is the best thing that they can do. The best thing. And I think this will make them so much money, and I would do it, right? Let's say you have a player, right? And he has an extra tab for Evos, XP, whatever, right? And you get to a point where this guy is now, right? And I've completed all of the objectives with him to prestige him, right? Now, if I don't want to prestige him, I don't have to. I could just carry on playing with him like this. I can carry on Evoing him where he fits into Evos, and I can carry on with him as he is. But if I choose to prestige him, for Prestige 1, let's say it costs 50,000 coins or 2,000 FC points. And when you prestige them, they just go back to a 45 rated card with 45 rated stats, right? Across the board, 45 rated stats. And you get to keep one base playstyle. Not of the ones you've got, just of whatever one you want. You just get to take one base playstyle with you when you prestige. So let's say I choose finesse shot silver, right? Because you wouldn't be able to take playstyle pluses for prestige 1. So I prestige Kim Chang-hun. When I prestige him and choose finishing, we've got the playstyle pluses, which are the golds, the playstyles, which are the silvers. Make it a blue one, right? Make a prestige playstyle blue. So when you go into the next prestige of your player, right? What then happens is the blue one doesn't count towards playstyles. So now when you've got an Evo that says max 7 playstyles, you can have an 8th because you've prestiged him. Or you can choose to bring a skill move or a weak foot with him. And again, it doesn't count towards the Evos of that. And then when you go through all of the objectives again to get him to prestige 2, you choose another thing. Now you're going to take with you finishing and low driven shot, right? However, for prestige 2, it's a little bit more difficult to get there, and it costs a little bit more to prestige them. Now it's, instead of 50,000 coins, it's 75,000 coins or 3,000 FC points. If they did this system and then you don't even need to give people bronze Arsenal cards or bronze Ronaldos or anything at that point, right? Because if I take Bukayo Saka, all I have to do is go and get him to the level to prestige him. They don't actually have to give me a bad version of him. I just need to do the objectives to prestige him. That might be play 100 games or score goals or, you know, I don't know, like get assists or play 10 games in different game modes or whatever the case may be. It's a bit difficult for football because it's kind of games, goals, assists, clean sheets is all you've really got. But they could even make one like, you know, assist with 10 crosses, complete 5,000 passes, things like that, right? Then when I prestige my Bukayo Saka, he goes back down to a 47 rated with 47 rated stats, and I get to take a playstyle with him. Alternatively, if I don't want him to be a 47 rated, the prestige could be he's 48 rated with 48 stats, but no playstyles that you carry over, right? So you could be sitting there thinking, right, what I want to do is I want to get him to a point where I prestiged him, you know, 20 times. So then when I prestige him the 21st time, he comes in as a 67 rated player with 67 rated stats. Now I'll start bringing the playstyles in because I don't want to keep building the stats up. That sort of thing I genuinely believe that sort of thing would generate so much money for them, because people wouldn't have the, like, imagine a team full of 11 players or 15 players or 18 players that you're working on prestiging. You're never going to have enough coins for it, which means you're going to spend money. You're going to spend FC points, which means EA are going to absolutely fucking bank off of people just restarting individual players over and over again, carrying through the odd bonus here or there. If they do that, I honestly believe it is a monster change to the game. A monster change. And I would love that. Correct, whatever path they take, we just want to build our favorite players or our own playstyles. Yeah, and that's the other thing, right? Because like there's some players, I think like Kai Havertz would be a really good example from, you know, in my experience as well. But let's say Hincapié. I would love to prestige this Hincapié because I want to get rid of Slide Tackle Plus. I don't want, like, what a dead playstyle. That means any time I choose to prestige this Hincapié, he's always going to be behind the power curve because he's always going to be a playstyle plus worse off than other players. And that's just awful. I think, who else? Like Eze, he's got, yeah, like I want to take off of Eze at least dead ball and power shot. Maybe game changer as well. What's Ben White got? Nothing. Trossard only has whip pass, which is wild. Yeah, like Gyökeres, man. I want to take off power shot, acrobatic, press proven, enforcer plus. I'd love to be able to prestige him to restart him. I'd love to. No one wouldn't want that though, apart from the hardcore. Yeah, but that's the great thing about the prestige system, Callum, right? If you don't want to, just don't. That's it. You just carry on playing with the player the way that you have been already. Doesn't influence negatively anybody that doesn't want it, and influences positively everybody that does want it. And that's like that's literally it. Let's see if we've got a Ronaldo on this account. We've got 2. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so what would you want to take off? Aerial Fortress, Game Changer, Acrobatic, and Precision Header, and Power Shot Plus all need to go. Maybe you want Trickster gone. I quite like Trickster. You'd want to keep Low Driven. Maybe you want to keep Acrobatic, especially with Trickster if you like trying to do the Rainbow Flick, Power Shots, and stuff like that. But we don't that because everyone will put meta playstyles on each position required. The reason why, Ninad, that is a moot point is because we already have 47 rated bronze players that don't have playstyles that we can give perfect playstyles to and create the perfect meta players anyway. So if that wasn't already an option in the game, that would be a very valid point. But because we can already do that, like, look at this guy, man. He's fucking 76 rated. He's one of the best centre-backs in the game. Once I get 10 passing on him and an upgrade in those dribbling stats, his playstyles are literally perfect. And as we can give more playstyles and more playstyle pluses, he will just get better and better and better. Why is it that I'm able to do this with Hibigen, but I'm not able to do this with Gabriel? Because when we look at Gabriel might not actually be the greatest example. Gabriel might just be a cause of time rather than playstyles. No, I mean, he's got Bruiser Plus and Precision Header. Like, I don't mind Bruiser on the centre-back, especially if you use advanced defending. Bruiser Plus can be, like, really helpful. But, yeah, Gabriel I've just kind of got to wait for until I can get him some upgrades. But even then, because he's an 88 rated centre-back, Hibigen is better than him. Like, my 76 rated Evo centre-back is way better than Gabriel. And the problem with Gabriel is, because he's only 11 ratings from the maximum rating, it will be the biggest mission in the fucking world for me to get his stats up. Like, I will have to be so careful with every Evo that I give him, otherwise he's just going to be ruined. Also, a weird thing that an 88 rated player has less playstyles than a 76 rated, especially with Gabriel. Like, this is like, I honestly think this is like really harsh on Gabriel for his playstyles. No, not a single defensive playstyle for, I think he's the best centre back in the world, but one of the best 3 or 4 centre backs in the world, unarguable, right? Not a single defensive playstyle. How crazy is that? And I would get it, right, if he had like 85 pace and, you know, really, really good passing and dribbling. I'd sit there and be like, okay, I get it. But he's got 64 pace, terrible agility and balance, terrible dribbling, terrible vision, and terrible stamina. It's a horrible, horrible card. It's just a really horrible card. And it would be really hard to fix. And so if I could instead prestige him and take him down to, you know, maybe not a 47 rated player if people don't want it that low, maybe like a, you know, I don't know, a 74 rated player or a 75 rated player, and go again with him, but carry through one playstyle plus, or one playstyle, I beg your pardon, I would. And then imagine like every 10th prestige, you carry through, you carry through a playstyle plus or something significant, you know, a +5 overall or 5-star skill moving weak foot. But yeah, imagine if on the 10th prestige, I can bring Anticipate Plus, and on the 20th prestige, I can bring Intercept Plus. And then all of a sudden, I'm building a Gabriel that I care about. And people will say, oh yeah, but like that's way too easy. Not really, because if it gets exponentially more difficult to prestige a player and exponentially more expensive to prestige a player, I'm going to have to work really, really hard to get in there. It's not like I could just do it in a week or two and all of a sudden I've got like team of the year level players everywhere because I've prestiged them all the time. It's going to be a case of like, oh damn, for me to get him from prestige 11 to prestige 12 is going to take me 3 weeks. Yeah, the silver icons are brilliant. I think these silver icons this year have really opened people's minds to how good Evos are and how good they can be. That makes promos literally quite pointless. So, what's wrong with that? What's wrong? Here's the thing, Team Sweat in the chat, right? Great name, by the way. If instead of promos as we know them today, a promo was a dynamic image, wouldn't that be much better? Let's say instead of Team of the Week, EA just give the best performers of the week dynamic images, You can pack the dynamic image, and then you can apply the dynamic image to the card that you've been evoing and prestiging. Wouldn't that be miles better? Because most people like promos for dynamic images, not for the actual players. No? Wait, so you'd rather pack a card that would never see the light of day in your team than pack a dynamic image of a player in your team? Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Maybe I missed the mark on people enjoying dynamic images. Yo, what's up, Cali Pout? The premise of that would make promos pointless. I don't know if people know about promos currently in the game, but they are absolutely fucking pointless. Team of the week 17. Martinez is 80k. Due is 70k. Everybody else is not even basically discard price, is literally discard price. Time Warp Team 1. Discard price, yes, 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 yes. Pops a little bit more because she's 89 rated. Yes, Lamina's 26k. It must be good in game or good for an Evo because I don't know why it's 26k. Discard, just above discard. Maybe it's because he's 88 rated. Discard, 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 discard. Smalling's at 21k. We got Ter Stegen up at 77. Discard. Juan Mata, who's got banging card and maximum chemistry guaranteed, 100k. Milner at 65k. You got Messi at 5 million coins, Suarez at 670, Royce at 360. And then everybody else is like, oh, no, Carvajal's at 340 as well. Everyone else is like dirt cheap comparative. Let's go back to the previous promo. Winter Wildcards Team 3. Look at that. Both of the Williams brothers. Oh, no, it's Nico Williams with 2 cards. 275k and 340k. Rashford's a million coins. He's the only player worth anything. Every single player. Okay, João Neves is 62k. Even this João Neves, though, this actually like amplifies the point of how pointless promos are. Because this card is so good, but it's only 62k. He's got banging playstyles apart from Aerial Fortress. You know, he's got Tiki Taka. He's got Bruiser Plus. Okay, he doesn't have like Anticipate or anything. He's got brilliant passing stats, very good dribbling, very good defending, good physical, and okay passing. And that's the problem, Dave. You have a much better Evo of Neves. And it's the same with Nico Williams. People will have, I don't know what his base rating is, 86. Maybe not a better Evo of him. But to be fair, this card just looks garbage. Like his shooting's bang average. His pace is very good. He's got no composure. Reactions are low. Other than stamina, physical's pretty poor. Passing's okay. It's just such a dead card. Carvajal doesn't have a good Evo. That's why he's that expensive. Yeah, that makes sense. Every single promo that we've had this year has had a couple of cards worth something, but then otherwise all of the cards outside of that worth nothing. Like, let's look at Unbreakables. Who's the most expensive card? Bukayo Saka at 800k. Salah at 1.5 million. Everybody else is pretty much discard. Oh, Camavinga's at 300k. And Diaz is 100k. But like, there's what? 6, 12, 18. There's about 24 cards at a discard price. You want Saka. And this is why I think the prestige system works really well. Because people would prestige Bukayo Saka. And people would pay the coins. Like, here's a fascinating thing, right? I wouldn't buy this Bukayo Saka for 800k because I know in 2 weeks' time he'll be 600k, and 2 weeks further he'll be 400k, and 2 weeks further he'll be 200k, right? However, if it cost me 1.5 million coins to take gold Bukayo Saka and prestige him to the point where he looked like this, I would do it. Which doesn't make any sense, but it's because I'm in control, right? I'm the one that's prestiging him. I'm taking the playstyles that I want, the skill moves and weak foot that I want, the upgrades that I want. I'm evoing him how I want. It's far better in my opinion, than paying 800k for a card that's going to devalue like really quickly. be fair. Soon we'll be able to Evo 88 rated cards. The problem isn't whether or not you can Evo 88 rated cards or not. The problem is that you can't remove. You can only add. So, like, right here, I mean, this Bukayo Saka has actually got pretty decent playstyles, to be fair. But I would want to remove long ball. I would want to remove nothing in stats actually are there, but like if we look at even Ronaldo, for example, I would want to remove power shot and precision header and aerial fortress and game changer and trickster. And so it's not necessary, like, but the only thing I could do is add to this when I can eventually Evo this, or like this card here. The only thing I can do when we can Evo 88 rate cards is add. And even with Ronaldo, because of his stats, like, his passing is so terrible. His stamina, his aggression are so terrible. His dribbling stats are so terrible, but he's 88 rated. I want to be able to, like, I want to be able to make this card as good as I can make Evo cards. How come you're on now? I'm actually just about to go, funnily enough. I've got a few bits and bobs I need to do before 6 p.m. content, and I think I've already left it too late to do them. But I was just enjoying the conversations. Before I do the go, though, Summers, thank you very much for the 17 months, man. Been rewatching the FIFA 21 RTG around Team of the Year and how different the game is. Buzzing on 85 rated cards, chem for SBCs, and lower promo squads teams around. It must have made things more valuable. Hell yeah, dude. And then load in as well. Thanks for the 16 months, man. Love the age one yesterday. Could Evos be evolving? I hope so, man. I hope so. Stay for 6 p.m. I can't, mate. I've literally got to do some stuff for my kids before I settle in for work for the evening. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you all, and I will see you all probably this evening for some Tarkov. Good night. God bless.